For answers on Lisa Brady, Fox News, and pleading with a kidnapper for their mother's release.
We beg you now to return our mother to us so that we can celebrate with her.
Savannah Guthrie and her siblings in another video over the weekend to whoever has their mother saying they received your message and that they will pay.
We don't know whether since they posted that video saying we will pay, whether the Guthrie family has indeed paid and whether if they have, that has triggered the kidnapper to, as was promised in the ransom note, to return Nancy Guthrie to Tucson within a certain time frame.
Fox's Jonathan Hunt in Tucson. Later today is the second of two deadlines that a suspected ransom note had set. It's 9 days since 84-year-old Nancy Guthrie was reported missing from her Arizona home. Multiple agencies, including the FBI, continue to search Guthrie's property and over the weekend, her daughter Annie's home as well. Another partial government shutdown could happen later this week as Democrats demand changes in immigration enforcement policies before agreeing to any Homeland Security funding.
Senate Democrats have sent legislative text on a DHS spending plan to their Republican counterparts. Now, last week, you'll remember Chuck Schumer announced a list of 10 demands for ICE reforms. That includes judicial warrants, body cams, and end to roving patrols, forcing ICE agents to unmask and also forcing them to carry and show ID.
Fox's Bill Malugin on Capitol Hill. The lead Republican negotiator, Senator Katie Britt, calls the demands a ridiculous Christmas list and says a shutdown would hurt other DHS agencies much more than ICE, which has funding for more than a year already approved in legislation last year. A deposition in a House panel's Jeffrey Epstein probe hits a wall as convicted Epstein associate Ghislaine Maxwell pleads the fifth, refusing to answer questions today appearing from a prison in Texas. America is listening to Fox News.
Following the attacks on 9/11/01, FDNY firefighter Daniel Foley assisted in the rescue and recovery efforts at Ground Zero. Daniel spent months and months searching for victims. Now, Daniel's death was the direct result of 9/11 related cancer. He leaves behind his wife, Carrie, and their children. Tunnel to Towers paid the mortgage on the family's home. Join us. Donate $11 a month to the Tunnel to Towers Foundation. Go to their website, the letter T, the number 2, the letter T.org.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. You know, the big wireless companies say they have discounts for people over 55. But unless you're willing to sit on hold and ask, you're probably paying more than you should. At Consumer Cellular, there's nothing to hunt down. We're built for people 50 plus with plans starting at just $20. And our 100% US-based customer service actually answers the phone. Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com today and get your second month free for a limited time.
Taxes, fees, and other third-party charges will apply. See website for additional details.
Look out. It's only me. It's only the Kimmer with Pete Davis, sidekick, producer, sports raconteur, running for the Golden Gate Bridge. It's an incredible story. The Seattle Bridge Link of America and the mechanical mangler flounder controls Monday. Holy smokes. Super Bowl. Give me a freaking break. Commercials. Give me a freaking break. Oh, please. I mean, what a freaking letdown. I'm sorry. I haven't said, but we're alive. So, God. Anyway, I mean, really. All right, look out. How you doing? Kimber, Pete, and Flounder on 106.3. Here's the number, 404-741-1230, 741-1230. We expect you to call and tell us what you thought about the stupid Super Bowl and the stupid commercials. There were a few that I didn't see a lot, and in fact, I gave up on the game around, I didn't watch any of the halftime stuff. In fact, I didn't watch anything after when the half ended. I stopped. I went to watch other stuff, and I was working on the show. I was doing histories and birthday stuff last night, about 9:30, whatever. And I never went back to the game because I did watch a little bit of the second half, but I didn't see anything involving the halftime show at all. But we sure got a lot of comments about it. Anyway, Kimber, Pete, and Flounder. Pete Davis, weekend activities, obviously the Super Bowl, and comments and thoughts as we get going here for on Monday. What do you think? I
think I ate more food than anything else, any other time I've ever eaten.
Really? Oh, yeah. Well, you had a big party, though, right? Didn't you have a big Super Bowl party? And where was that at somebody's restaurant? I forgot.
No, we just had a get-together, and I baked a cake, and we had a lot of fun.
Oh, my. Oh my goodness! And did you actually watch the game, or was there noise? A lot of people said problem with Super Bowl parties, you can't watch a game and you can't hear anything.
You can't hear. We could hear the game. I couldn't hear the commercials. I could watch the commercials, and I knew that going in, so it's no big deal. And the commercials, I suppose, they were mid-level anyway.
Yeah.
So.
Well, it's a shame. I mean, and again, I actually heard people saying this morning, well, do you think this will sour you from ever watching the Super Bowl again? Yes. I don't think I'll ever. And I thought, oh, my God, you don't have to decide the rest of your life never to watch the game again. But still, I mean, I felt, honestly, I felt personally that they, this is typical. They left me out.
Yeah, we're not in the demo anymore. They don't care about middle-aged or older white men.
Right. They just don't care.
They don't care. I mean, we built the game, but they don't care.
I mean, it's astounding. And by the way, what the hell do we care about the culture of Latin America and Puerto Rico bid for independence from America at the Super Bowl? Anyway, I'm sorry. All right, now Flounder, with Mrs. Flounder, lovely Veronica, did you guys have or go to a party or what was
No.
So I don't sound too excited there.
No, I mean, because when you go to a Super Bowl party, you can't enjoy. I mean, you can hang out, talk, and drink and all that, but you can't enjoy the game. You can't enjoy the commercials. So we just hung out at home and
offhand comments on first the game and then the commercials.
I was asleep by halftime, so I mean, the first half was just boring. Just not much going on, and didn't watch the half either. I didn't watch Turning Point USA or the halftime. I fell asleep, so that was, I mean, my honest answer. I woke up around 10:30, 11, checked the score, saw that Seattle had won, and that was pretty much it.
Yeah. Now, Veronica's very athletic. Is she a football fan or is
she likes watching sports on? I mean, she was more interested in watching the Olympics.
In fact, the only thing I really...
But yesterday was all figure skating. So, I mean...
In fact, I did occasionally tune in on the Olympics. I didn't really see much. I saw a couple examples of that snow flying or whatever the hell they call it, the snowboard flying business, where they I mean, it's just unbelievable that they just, they have to do 5 or 6 twirl-arounds in the air and then land without falling, which is an amazing thing to me, by the way. And they're holding onto the board, spinning around. I mean, I don't know how they do it. And they're all about, 5'1" and 90 pounds, by the way. And maybe that makes a difference. I don't know. So I did see a couple of those things. But I did... the one thing I actually did want to see, just because of all the hype, and I hadn't seen that much, was that young blonde kid with a funny hairdo who's the Olympic skater kid. He's like a 19 or 20-year-old superstar skater. I'd never heard of him before, but I saw some, promos going into the Olympic coverage, and they said he's the new superstar, and he's favored to win and so forth. And I kind of wanted to see that to see if there was anything new, because during all the previews and the stuff I'm seeing, I even wrote this down to myself, and I guess the answer's obvious, and I'm just being an old Cro-Magnon goof. Why do they in the pairs skatings? Or actually, for that matter, any Olympic figure skating, why do the men have to try to be as feminine as possible?
I know the way they dress them. Yeah.
Well, and not only that, but the hand motions and a ballet thing where the it's got to be this. I mean, it's beautifully done. But if you're dancing with a girl, shouldn't you be sort of the guy? I don't know. I don't know. I'm just saying. Obviously, I'm not good at that. I don't have any opinion. Where I'm not a classy. But it's just why did it be so freaking feminine? I don't know. Although this guy, the blonde hair guy, I did see a highlight. I didn't see any of the performance. I saw like a glimpse on SportsCenter.
I don't know how to pronounce. Is it Eli Malin?
I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know. But I did see him do a freaking backflip.
Yeah, that's the guy yesterday.
Yeah. Now that's pretty cool. That to me, but again, if you're dancing with a girl, you ought to be the strong guy where you're doing all the macho stuff instead of doing the bending and the arm. It's funny. Kind of stuff. I'm just saying. I'm sorry. I'm not a role model here. All right, we'll get to all that stuff in a minute. 309. And we got news on Ghislaine Maxwell taking the 5th. We got the kidnap story. By the way, I don't get any of this still. And let me ask you this. Well, I saw over the weekend, I did watch the news stuff, and there were lots of stories about the second message they got, and then Savannah Guthrie and her siblings were there. And after the second message, they said, "We got your message. We understand. And they looked like they'd been crying for an hour. And the thought was, now, wait a minute. If they got a second message saying that their mother was alive and we're going to give your mother back if you give us some money, wouldn't they have been excited as hell? I would have thought to come out and say, yes, we got your message. Well, let's do this. We're ready to go. We got the money and we want our mom back. So let's get going. And instead it's, we understand. We do value our mother. Hey, what the hell? Code words or something? Well, I didn't make any sense at all. The whole thing's really screwy. Obviously, we don't know anything. And a couple other observations before we actually get into the actual program here. Isn't it possible with today's super technology or AI and whatever, wouldn't it be possible to somehow plant a bug or a tracer molecule of some kind on the Bitcoin transaction so that somehow you could trace it when they cash it in to sell it to get another currency?
The whole point of Bitcoin is not to do that.
I know, but I did hear somebody say that there was an example of a Bitcoin where you could send somebody the Bitcoin, but until they did what you made the transaction for, you can't open it, but you also can't get it back. So you wouldn't be able to cheat somebody. In other words, if you said to me, I'm going to sell you my car for 10 Bitcoins, and I say, okay, but I don't really trust you, so I'll tell you what, I'll send you the 10 Bitcoins, but I got to see the car first before you can get the Bitcoins. And so you'd say, okay, here's the car, and I'd say, by the way, I can't take the 10 Bitcoins back. Once I give them to you, even if you don't take them, I can't get them back. So I can't cheat you. Okay, so I guarantee I can't cheat you because I can't get it back once they're yours. But you won't be able to access the 10 Bitcoins unless I get my car and I hit a button to say, okay, you can have it. See what I mean? That would guarantee safety of both parties. And someone was talking about that. I don't know if that's possible, but that seems like a regular deal. Unless you have no intention of giving back that woman. I think she's dead. I hope she's not. I pray that she's not. But this is one huge distraction to keep us away from what's really important that affects 300+ million Americans, and this affects one family. Yeah, I agree.
And I'm frankly sick of it.
Yeah,
I hope she's alive. I hope they get her back. But this is all taking attention away from everything that affects the entire country, and it's just one big distraction.
Yep, I agree. All weekend long, that's all there was. I stopped watching.
That's all they talk about.
It's
all
the
the news
same
is.
damn thing. It's the same story. The picture of them and the second message, and the Bitcoin. I mean, it just drives me nuts.
Yeah, there's so many more important things going on here in this country, and please tell us when they find her.
Yeah,
because otherwise it doesn't affect any of us.
Yeah, and one more quick update. The other major news stories. Finally, Minneapolis started arresting people who are causing problem. And the big news in Minneapolis is the local police department is finally taking down the stupid barricades that people put up. Well, duh, guys, only been 2 weeks. Gee, yeah. I mean, my God, how is that possible? That sounds like Keisha Bang Bong Bottoms, who said, "Oh, you can take the Wendy's because you don't want to interrupt the rioters. You go ahead and keep that Wendy's, you bad guy, the thugs. You keep it for a while." Remember that? She let him keep it.
Yeah.
Oh, God, unbelievable. I'm sorry. Am I talking too fast? In fact, I should do the Glenn Beck's mode of broadcasting. I'm going to try it right here. We're going to our break. I'll do this. So hold on now. Okay. This is the Glenn Beck style. Okay. Glenn Beck will be saying, for example, I think the one thing we have to do is find out the serious questions about that matter. And some of those questions are, Glenn, my God, man, I thought my app broke.
I noticed that too. That's dead air right there.
He does it all the time. It drives me crazy. These long freaking pauses. I mean, where's my app? Where's my
dramatic.
App? God almighty. It's like 12 seconds between. Sorry. We love Glenn Beck. I'm just saying. Anyway, 314, 314. Look out.
Miss any of the show? No sweat. Grab your Extra 106.3 app and listen to show replays whenever you want. Download the Extra app now for Apple and Android by searching for XTRA 106.3.
Okay, new year, new clean slate, getting your house looking great. Yeah, new tradition here with the Kimmer, your solution for those ugly, horrible, drafty, leaking windows. I've been talking about Peach State windows for a long time now. In fact, I first started work with Jeff and his lovely bride 20-something years ago. They've been friends of mine a long time. Family-owned business, which I love representing because they kind of do things extra that other companies don't have to worry about because it's just people doing something. But a family business, their name's on the door. And listen here now, I got a great deal for you from Jeff. About 8 premium double-hung Energy Star replacement windows, fully installed for just $3,995. 8 windows installed for under $4,000. These babies are built for Georgia heat and storms and humidity. Jeff knows our Georgia homes. He also knows our construction codes and stuff like that, too, by the way. PeachStateWindows.com. Check out the details. PeachStateWindows.com. Here's a number, 770-485-8011. How about this? How about 0% financing for 12 months? Make the uglies go away. PeachStateWindows.com.
When Atlanta drivers want strength, capability, and comfort in one place, they head to Jim Ellis Buick GMC.
That's because Buick and GMC deliver everything from refined luxury to serious professional-grade performance, and Jim Ellis Buick GMC makes the buying experience quick, easy, and transparent.
Whether you're looking for a rugged GMC Sierra, a versatile Acadia, or a refined Buick Enclave, you'll find a huge selection in stock right now.
And just like every Jim Ellis dealership, you can shop your way. Start online, value your trade, schedule a test drive, even handle paperwork from home.
Or stop by and experience the no-pressure, straightforward approach Jim Ellis is known for.
Find your new Buick GMC at JimEllisBuickGMC.com or shop in person for a VIP shopping experience designed around your needs.
2 convenient locations to serve you. In Chamblee on Peachtree Boulevard, just inside the perimeter, or up Highway 20 in Buford near the Mall of Georgia.
Jim Ellis Buick GMC. We are professional grade.
Hey, it's Lowe's for Howard Brothers and Echo. Spring is just around the corner, and the last thing you want to do is spend all of your weekends on yard work. Echo Power Equipment takes the hassle out of work, so chore time won't get in the way of your time. Find your own trusted professional-grade Echo equipment at Howard Brothers. They have the best equipment selection and prices available. Their team is ready to serve and help you plan your spring the right way. The grass is always greener when you take care of it with Echo and Howard Brothers.
This Valentine's Day, give a gift that says forever and a night out that says I thought of everything. Hi, I'm Jaron Solomon, and right now at Solomon Brothers, when you spend $9.99 or more, dinner at Michelin recommended Tiny Lou's is on us. Tiny Lou's is a chic French-American brasserie serving seasonally inspired French favorites, complemented by a French-focused wine list. It's intimate, retro chic, and the perfect setting for romance. So whether it's diamond studs, trendy layered necklaces, or the bracelets she's been hinting at, you're not just giving a gift. You're creating the whole evening. One stop, one perfect surprise. At Solomon Brothers, we don't just help you get Valentine's Day right. We help you earn credit for planning the whole thing in advance. Solomon Brothers Jewelers, Buckhead, Alpharetta, and Sharpsburg, helping Atlanta say I do and I love you since 1982.
The future of business in Georgia is bright, and Georgia Power is a driving force behind the businesses and organizations that are vital to the growth of the state. Just ask Mark O'Brien, President and CEO of Lake Point Sports, the premier travel and youth sports destination.
So imagine this, 30,000 people on campus, you lose power. So being in the trenches with a group like Georgia Power, and you have someone to call, those are things that we have to navigate in real time, and sometimes it happens out of nowhere, and it can be a lightning strike that just happens, Mother Nature. So we're very fortunate. Georgia Power has a number of programs and offerings and services, but I think it's the one-call touch that really, we look for partnerships like that, and we want to be relational and not transactional, particularly on something so important as this.
Yeah. To learn more about how Georgia Power is helping businesses big and small, visit GeorgiaPower.com and tune in all year to discover how they're powering the future of Georgia.
Thousands of veterans across Georgia are missing out on the benefits they've earned through their service. The Warrior Alliance is changing that by connecting veterans and their families to life-changing resources and support. Tune into the Warrior Alliance Network, our podcast and radio show dedicated to helping veterans succeed after service. Join us every Saturday at 11 a.m. on 106.3 to hear inspiring veteran stories, discover free programs, and learn about career opportunities available to you. Subscribe to the Warrior Alliance YouTube channel today.
Mr. Beck on the phone, is he? No, sorry. No, he's got a good sense of humor, I'm sure.
Just wants to point out all the stations he's on.
I'm not changing.
But you're on one of his stations that he has.
We worked together that once. Remember that?
We did. We were at the same station.
That's right. And by the way, remember that? Were you at the when he came into town and we did the rally after 9/11? Was it 9/11? What the hell was the rally? It was an anniversary of 9/11.
It was after 9/11.
9/11, and we had at the park, at some big park, and what the hell was it? Olympic Centennial Park. And he flew into town, and he addressed a crowd, and I addressed a crowd after him. I just met Ray Davies, the Medal of Honor recipient, famous Georgian, and so that was a hell of a day. But Glenn Beck and I were sitting in the trailer talking and stuff like that. So I met the guy. All right.
Oh, another brush with fame by the Kimmer.
Well, it wasn't exactly like the same as Nancy Sinatra and Carol Burnett and Jim Neighbors, or Bob Hope or Frank, whatever. Anyway, I'm sorry, Flounder, plucking right over your record. Oh, sure. Yes. This is Bob Dylan. Oh, my goodness. The date, 2015. Bob Dylan turned the tables on his critics during a 30-minute speech at the Musician Music Cares charity gala honoring Bob Dylan's career. 2015, Bob Dylan was 73, rarely talks about his work, asked why critics complained he can't sing and sounds like a frog. But do not say that about Tom Waits, he said. You don't say it about Tom Waits. Bob Dylan added, critics say my voice is shot, that I have no voice. Why don't they say those things about Leonard Cohen? Why do I get special treatment? I'm sorry. Why do I get special treatment? That's right. That's not fair. Bob Dylan. I saw him in concert live wearing a barefoot and farmer's. I'm sorry. I know. I told you that. Hold on. Phone calls take priority. It's Roswell Tim on the radio. Hey, Roswell Tim. How's it going? What do you think? How'd you like the Super Bowl and all that stuff?
Jared, that was absolutely the best Super Bowl I never watched.
I didn't see any of it.
None. And would not. When they started doing the couple dent foul, I was done with them. Same thing with NASCAR. Do all your stupid stuff. You ain't going to have me watching it.
Yeah, well, it's just, I just, everything's changed. And again, I know it's me. I don't mean to sound like I'm whining. And I know that, I'm at the end of things and not the beginning or midway through things. But the fact of the matter is almost... like not every day, but every week or month or whatever, frequently something reminds me that, some of us just don't count. We just really don't matter, other than our personal friendships, relationships. But in terms of what the momentum of a culture, the momentum of a nation, the power of a political force that's moving an administration going forward and so forth, that we're brushed aside. We just don't count. And it's, I know. I mean, I understand it. That's the way it goes, and and that's the way it's got to be. You have to be replacing with the new stuff. So, that's what life is. So I understand it, but I don't like it, and I'm just getting sick and tired of being freaking reminded of it all the time. That's all. I'm sorry. Your turn. Yes, sir.
Well, them guys are out there. They're all multi-millionaires.
Yeah.
I don't care who you vote for. Don't try to make me vote for it.
Yeah. I know. And by the way, the other thing, I'm nothing against, if you're athletic and you're a professional athlete, God bless you. Most of us wish we could probably do that. But the fact of the matter is that doesn't mean you have special status because you're a celebrity, or even if you're not a celebrity. Most of those guys on the field, I wouldn't recognize them if I stood next to them on the platform. I mean, I don't know who those people are. So what? Who do they think they're so special that they're supposed to determine my freaking future? You can all eat me. They're freaking football players. I'm glad you're happy and you got a great job and you're going to be rich forever if you don't blow it. But don't tell me about my life, and don't try to shame me because I'm a freaking white man. I paid my dues. No, I don't owe you anything. Anyway, sorry, I didn't mean to be grouchy.
You Dead on, brother.
All right, man. Roswell Tip, thanks, man. Sorry, but and again, I'm just, again, this is life. This is it. This is what we're doing. I don't know. I'm also a little melancholy. I've connected with my. Well, I shouldn't have started talking. I'm getting choked up. I connected with my sister recently for the first time in 15 or 20 years. And I found my little brother who'd been kind of missing in the snowpocalypse up north. And I finally got a hold of him today. So, jeez. This life thing, there's a lot to it,
Well, and by the way, we need thoughts and prayers to a coworker of ours in the past, with panelist John Gray. John Gray is going through some medical issues right now.
Perspiration John.
Yeah. He's doing better, so, but if you want to send some thoughts and prayers his way, go right ahead, because John Gray is one of the finest men I have ever met.
He is.
One of the best guys, coworkers ever had. Yeah. Just a wonderful man.
Absolutely. And I gave him the nickname because it was a Greek festival, and we were doing our show live out there in the middle of the summer, whatever it was. It had to be 112 degrees, and we were sitting out there doing live shot in the middle of the, right up in the sun. And I was saying, hey, John, maybe couldn't you get like a 10 or something? Maybe, something to cover. We're pouring just sweat coming down. It was someplace, so I started calling him Perspiration John. And just a great guy, great family, he's just a terrific fellow. I didn't know he was having medical. Well, we'll definitely say a happy word. I'll put my lucky star on it.
A very dry sense of humor.
Yeah, yes, indeed.
it was John when the bomb went off in the Olympic Park, and the Army showed up and said you have 15 minutes to break down what usually takes an hour. Man, were we throwing stuff in the back of that van, and John was saying some pretty funny stuff.
Yeah, well, I'm glad you said that. So we'll send the good words out to John. Perspiration John Gray, pantsless John Gray.
And also heard that Wes Sargentson passed away.
I saw that popped up on my phone. He was 83 or 4 or something like that. I think 84 maybe.
Well, he was a TV guy for a while here.
Oh yeah, he was here.
Sargentson.
He was a big name in this town. Well, that's a shame. Well, the life well lived in the 80s. That's still kind of young. I mean, God.
Well, I thought you meant the 1980s. I'm thinking, yeah. There's some down parts, but most of it was good.
Yeah, it's feeling pretty good myself. In fact, I'm on antibiotics. I realize I'm feeling goofy all weekend long because I'm on antibiotics. And I hate antibiotics.
Drugs.
Well, they're not the fun drugs. They're not the fun drugs. If you're going to give me drugs, give me the fun drugs. I don't want these things. They'd screw me up, and I feel, anyway. Yeah. So. But I am cured. I cured myself. That horrible thing, I said, I'm not doing this.
No, you're still talking real fast.
And it's gone. Oh, okay. Well, anyway. All right, now, our birthday list. I swear
you
we're
need more pauses.
Like Glenn Beck.
You need to slow the show down. You don't have to do as much work for topics if you only speak.
I could get up at 8 or 9.
Please,
slow the hell down. Oh, mercy. All right, we'll do a show. God. Birthday. Judith Light. Judith Light is 77. Who's the boss? Most famous for Transparent also, and a bunch of other things, but Judith Light, 77. And by the way, this is a rather bizarre day, and I did not know. I'm not up on my on my saints. By the way, how many saints are there? Do we know? How many religious saints approved by the? I guess it's all. Our saints are all Catholic, right?
I mean, I think so.
Yeah,
I think so.
I'm trying to.
Let me ask Croc here. What? How many saints are there? I don't know. Okay, here we go.
That's a vast question.
10,000. Over 10,000.
Wow. Well, one of them is Saint Apollonia. What's her name? Apollonia.
From the Prince movie?
From Godfather 2. Michael Corleone over in Italy, and he meets Apollonia. And I want to marry your daughter, otherwise he will be a dead man. Apollonia. Well, Apollonia is the patron saint of dentists and people with toothaches. Saint Apollonia became a saint because after she had her teeth beaten out of her head for refusing to renounce her faith, Apollonia jumped into a fire to her death. And so they made her a saint. seems pretty serious. Anyway. Kim Pete Flounder, how's it going? All right, 404-741-1230, 741-1230. A couple of comments, and we'll talk about, you want to talk about let's talk about the game first. Holy crap, it's sports, obviously, after 5 o'clock. But basically, Pete, tell me if I'm wrong. I didn't see any of the analysis afterwards because I stopped watching the game at the beginning of the second half. I started reading upstairs and working and stuff. But it seemed to me the first half, I thought for sure, and I agreed with one of the guys I saw before the game who said that he thought maybe the most valuable player would be that little scat back hyphenated name guy, receiver, scat back receiver, slot receiver, stuff like that. I can't remember his name.
Smith and Jib.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Every time I've seen highlights of him, holy cow, you can't stop him.
But he got hurt. He had a concussion.
Well, that's the other thing. I thought to myself, so he didn't play at all?
No, he played.
Okay,
but he wasn't the
I
same.
thought he was. But again, it occurred to me that what happened was because everybody's saying this guy's, freaking superstar, and he's a highlight reel by himself. So my thought was the reason that running back, that little fire plug, got all those yards and all those carries was because the defense was trying to stop that number 11, I think his name was, whatever it was, a hyphenated guy. Yeah. And so that opened up one more less defensive back to come up to try to get to the line of scrimmage to stop the running back.
Sir.
Is that an accurate analysis?
That is an accurate analysis. You could be a football analyst as good as Dan Orlovsky. Let me just say that when these two teams were named 2 weeks ago, my final score was 28-14 Seattle.
Oh, no kidding. You were there by one?
29-13.
13, yeah. Oh, cow. No kidding. And again, I'm surprised at that little running back, man. I mean, they couldn't tackle. They were bouncing off. They weren't tackling. They weren't.
They're a much better team. Yeah. They're just a better. And a lot of people said the Patriots were a fraud.
No, that's not true.
Like
well, I don't know if
they had a very easy way of getting there.
Yeah, I mean that guy, man, he had no chance.
He wasn't. He was hurt.
Yeah,
he was hurt too.
All right, 331 actually. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. All right, here we go. We'll talk the game and commercials, and we got it all. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. Look out. Here we go. Da, 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 da.
Extra 106.3 is focused on the issues that matter most to you. Inflation, housing costs, healthcare, and taxes all shape the political landscape nationally and in Atlanta. And President Trump continues to fight the good fight so you'll have the chance to live the American dream. Proud to be the conservative voice of Atlanta. Extra 106.3 FM and the Extra app.
One chance to do something for the first time, like search a home right after a crime.
Well, they made the
Here today with Evan Ward from Atlas Retirement. And Evan, I know you've been quite busy in the office these days. So let's talk about some of the things folks are calling you most about here lately.
Well, Kevin, the biggest thing people are really talking about right now is retirement. And I look at retirement as a journey, not a destination. The goal of almost everybody out there is to grow and preserve a tax-efficient portfolio so they can actually enjoy their retirement. And that's why I partnered with Market Guard. I get a lot of the same questions. Evan, when do I sell? When do I hold? And if I sold, when do I get back into the market? In my opinion, that's market timing. And in my experience, market timing, it can be quite confusing. And we have to look at it and allow the math to do the work.
Everybody has a different appetite for risk. So where does Market Guard fit in?
Well, if you want asset preservation and you don't want it to go down due to market volatility, we have portfolios that are designed for this. But if you want to participate in those larger markets, Market Guard can also offer more stock and aggressive portfolios for those that are looking for that kind of strategy. And here's what I propose for our listeners today. For the next 10 callers, we're going to do a Market Guard portfolio comparison, side by side with what you're currently doing, and we'll show you how your 401k and other investments are doing. And we'll make recommendations, and then you can see the difference between Market Guard and what it can do for your portfolio. After that, you decide if you want us to do a complete retirement plan. So give us a call today at 678-736-7799 and ask for your complimentary Market Guard portfolio comparison.
Again, call Evan Ward with Atlas Retirement. That number, folks, 678-736-7799, and you can pick up your complimentary Market Guard portfolio comparison. That's 678-736-7799. Investment advisory products and services made available through Impact Partnership Wealth, LLC, IPW, a registered investment advisor.
Well, they made the move yet to go check out Atlanta Safe House on Union Hill Road in Alpharetta, the new location. And Mark was saying they have, 500 safes up there right now. It's true. And the good news is, if you don't even really know what you're looking for and the things you want to protect and you're not sure well, they could take care of that for you, too. They have huge safes. They have safes as big as your house, it seems like. They can build you a vault door. They have gun safes for the long barrels, and check out those pistol safes, too. And the point is, with 500 safes, they can change the insides of them for you and get exactly what you're looking for, even if you're not sure what that is. Go to their website, atlantasafehouse.com, and that can help you a lot. Now, check out these deals, too. There's always something special going on. They have rebates and sales, and Browning and Fort Knox safes more than anybody in this entire part of the country, for that matter. And by the way, they protect your rights, too. Nobody's getting your master reset code. To tell them the Kimmer sent you, and look for deals all over the place, all the top brands, and saving your stuff. atlantasafehouse.com.
Did your security provider sell you off to another company, or are you just unhappy with your current service? This is Matt Harvey with Alert 360 Security. We protect the homes and businesses of over 12,000 of your friends and neighbors right here in Metro Atlanta, with monitoring starting at just $15.95 a month. Want video surveillance, access control, or smart home solutions? We do that too. Go to alert360.com, sign up in February, and receive a free video doorbell. Protect what matters most with Alert 360 Security. That's alert360.com.
If you're looking for strength, capability, and reliability, it starts with Ford. And it starts at Jim Ellis Ford, Sandy Springs.
From the legendary F-150 to the adventure-ready Bronco to the versatile Explorer, Ford builds vehicles designed to handle real life.
And at Jim Ellis Ford, Sandy Springs, you'll find a great selection in stock, competitive pricing, and a buying process that's fast, fair, and straightforward.
No pressure, no confusion, just a transparent experience focused on helping you find the right vehicle.
You can even get started from home. Shop online, value your trade, schedule a test drive, complete paperwork before you ever step into the showroom.
Or come in and work with a team that respects your time and gets you on the road quickly. That's how buying a Ford should feel.
Get started at Jim Ellis Ford, SandySprings.com, or stop by the Jim Ellis Ford Sandy Springs showroom, conveniently located at 7555 Roswell Road, just 4 miles north of I-285.
Jim Ellis Ford, Sandy Springs, where you can always expect the best.
Is your entire home winter ready? Every entry point? Cold air is invading your home through your windows, entry doors, and your biggest entry point, your garage door. Hi, I'm Dan Watkins, owner of All Four Seasons Garage and Entry Doors. Keep that cold air out of your home and save on your heating bills with energy-efficient windows, entry doors, and garage doors from All Four Seasons. We're proud to be celebrating a quarter-century of quality work and customer care. All the number 4 seasonsgarages.com.
All right, look out. God. Wow. It's, the White Stripes here. On this day, 2010, the White Stripes were taking on the U.S. Air Force. White Stripes complained the Air Force used one of their songs, Fell in Love with a Girl, in a TV ad without asking permission. In a statement on their website, the duo said they took strong insult and objection with the implication that we licensed one of our songs to encourage recruitment during a war that we do not support. Sorry. Oh, golly. Didn't mean to hurt your little feelings. How about if we, did support a way, how about we're trying to get people working in the freaking military? How about that? How about mind your own business? You freaking singers. I'm White Stripes. Oh, golly, wow. So where did you study international politics? Oh, sorry. All right, now. So where did you serve when you were in the... Oh, sorry. Anyway. And now... Stupid game. Guys, just stupid game. We'll talk about it. Hold on. Let's see. Joe Pesci's birthday. Joe Pesci's 83, and it says here, makes a comment, basically the same character. Goodfellas, Casino, basically the same movie, but they're awesome and awesome movies. And, of course, also in Home Alone, famous for that. And Pesci's a character, he does what he does. 83 years old. He can't
My cousin Vinny.
Yeah, Cousin Vinny, too. That's the other one. Yeah, absolutely. In fact, I wrote that down, too, because it didn't even have that on the history list, birthday list that came out today, which I thought was kind of surprising. That was a major thing. He was very good in that.
Did you say Ute?
Ute. Yeah, the Utes.
The two Utes.
These two Utes. And on this day in history, kind of keeping in track with what's going on today in the news, on this day in 1960, Adolf Coors disappears, driving to his workplace from Morrison, Colorado at his home. The grandson of the Coors founder, kidnapped, held for ransom. Surrounding evidence launched one of the FBI's largest manhunts, the search for Joe Corbett. Corbett was a Fulbright scholar, University of Oregon, was going to medical school. In 51, got in a fight with an Air Force sergeant, shot the guy, ended up pleading guilty, second-degree murder, went to San Quentin, transferred to minimum security, escaped, and started living under an alias. 8 days after the Coors grandson was kidnapped, the car was found on fire in New Jersey, deliberately set to destroy engine serial number evidence traced down to this guy, Corbett. Dirt from the car. This is again a kidnapping case in 1960. The yellow Mercury had been spotted by witnesses in the area of the crime in the days leading up to the abduction, and dirt from the car was traced back to the area where Coors was grabbed and taken hostage in Colorado. The car found in New Jersey, but the dirt matched. 7 months later, they found his clothes in a dump in Colorado. They found his dead body and remains nearby. A ransom letter traced back to Joe Corbett's typewriter, ordered handcuffs, leg irons, and a gun through the mail. The FBI distributed 1.5 million posters, tracking him all the way across Canada, and he was finally apprehended in Vancouver. And believe it or not, he was convicted in 1961. He did it in 60. He got convicted in 61. He got out 17 years later. Killed the guy, kidnapped him, killed the guy, and got out of prison.
How could you let that out?
I mean, I can't believe it. And he died, peacefully in his sleep in 2009. So he got to live another 20 freaking years. Almost 30 years.
It makes you wonder, if you're that rich, how you can't hire somebody to kill that guy.
I know. I mean, it's unbelievable. And again, I don't have anything new on the kidnapping of Savannah Guthrie's. God, it's Guthrie. Savannah Guthrie. No, Guthrie. Sorry.
Guthrie, like Woody
I'm
Guthrie.
thinking of Woody yeah, but there's a Guthrie.
It's the same thing.
Yeah, there's a Guthrie and a Guthrie. Savannah Guthrie is Thrie. Guthrie. I keep saying free.
Like Woody Guthrie. It's the same thing.
I know. I'm sorry. I keep saying Guthrie, and I don't know why. Because I'm old and I'm infirm and I'm
there's that
losing
it. Because that young lady Giuffre that died from the Epstein.
Virginia Giuffre. Yeah. Well, so there we have a link. And now, okay, hold on. It's 3:42 already. All right, Kim, repeat and flounder, 404-741-1230, 741-1230. We got TV ads to talk about. We got we'll talk about game later. Pete Davis doing the game later. We'll talk about the ads. We'll talk about the halftime show. We'll do those, a couple of things. And hidden messages, also the turning point. Did anybody watch that? I know I didn't watch any of it because, frankly, on a Sunday afternoon the game started at 3 o'clock or 4, 5, 6 o'clock, 3 o'clock their time. Sorry, which is early. I mean, thank God it didn't start at 8 or 9, which is they used to do. Anyway, which is good. But at 6 o'clock on a Sunday afternoon, I really didn't feel like watching anybody's concert. I wanted to either watch. I'm seriously. I either wanted to watch sports or the news update, or see the stuff I have like Oxygen Channel with a great mystery murder cases. You know what I mean? I don't gonna sit there for an hour watching some band that I've never heard. I mean, no matter who.
Well, okay. Well, let me tell you. What if it was an English speaking character who got up there and sang obscene songs? Like, what if that was Prince back in the day singing his songs from the 90s, the early 90s, when he really just said anything he wanted to say on his records and his concerts?
Well,
because almost all the songs he sang yesterday, this Bad Bunny, were obscene.
Yeah. I have no idea, but it was all freaking Spanish. And again, what's the point if you're having a Super Bowl in America? Okay, it's not an internet. It's not World Cup soccer. It's not an international international, nations all over the world
want it to
think
be.
They're trying to do this social freaking world, business global bull crap.
That's what they're doing. That's the way it is now. They've
we
showed them
don't
all
want
over the
that.
world watching it.
Well, stop.
Well, it's not had nothing to do with we. Who's we?
It's not me.
It's
they don't
their
care
business.
about me. I know.
It's their business. They do what they want with it.
I know, and it's wrong.
But my question is, if I came on here and I know enough Spanish, I can cuss like a sailor.
Yeah.
If I started doing that on the air, I could be pulled off the air because I don't care what language it is, it's still cussing.
Well, if I don't know what the law is. If people don't understand you, then it's not really offensive if they don't know what you said.
That's like 99% of NFL's audience.
Yeah, exactly. But again, in fact, they even asked the players. They said, hey, all the players in like their 20s, what's your favorite Bad Bunny song? Who's Bad Bunny? I mean,
Well, you know who was there on stage with him?
Yeah.
Ronald Acuna Jr.
Yeah. Oh, was he? I didn't see that one.
Yeah, that's some of his walk-up music. So, yeah, he loves it.
All right, well, good. But again, that makes sense for him. I guess
because that's his music.
That's perfect. That's absolutely perfect. And if this was a World Cup thing, I'd have said, well, this is an example of the Spanish influence. But again, in fact, Pete sent us his story about the political hidden messages. It's all, he basically is mocking the fact that his home country and places in the Caribbean, every time there's a storm, people lose power because they can't take care of their business. Prolonged outages. Puerto Rico's electrical system's a disaster. Also, there was the fraud and scandal where we sent them millions of dollars and they hid it and took it and stole it. He also waved the Puerto Rican flag. He talked about the gag law that make it illegal to talk about the country's problems of separation. He wants to separate from America. I mean, exactly. I mean, it's unbelievable. He talked about totally in his mother tongue. Shouted out other countries in Latin America countries to his homeland, Puerto Rico. I mean,
okay, if the Puerto Ricans want independence and America, we don't really have much. We don't care either way.
Fine.
Who's keeping them as a territory? Why are we keeping them?
I don't know.
Who's getting money off that?
I don't know. I don't know. And again, I don't know whether someone has to take a vote. Well, the answer is, my short answer is, I don't know what I'm talking about now. There's two possible things. Either, since they are still a territory, I don't know whether America can make a vote in Congress or whether this is a court. I don't know. Whether one option, America can say, we don't want you anymore. You're done. We're no longer your protectorate.
Their independence.
Yeah. But the second thing is, Puerto Rico can vote to have their independence, and we would give it to them, but they never do. They vote to keep themselves.
There's always the statehood vote that comes up, allegedly.
Well, but I'm saying, in other words, I don't know whether America can just say, screw you, we're done. If we can, then why don't we? If after that, I mean, screw them. If they don't. But on the other hand, Puerto Rico apparently wants to keep voting to be part of America. So I don't know what the answer is.
Every Puerto Rican I've ever met has been a nice person.
Yeah, me too.
I got nothing against Puerto Rico. I don't know if I'll ever go there. I got nothing against it.
I've
but
been
if they
there
don't
many
want to be
times.
part of the U.S.
Oh, it's fun.
I got no problem with them being independent.
Yeah. The only problem is, a lot of places like I went there because I was married, and if you go to the beach, you're liable to have like a whole freaking carnival. People trying to steal your stuff and sell you everything you've ever even heard of, as you're trying to enjoy the sun on the beach. It's a little unusual in Puerto Rican culture. But it was great. I've had a great time. I went to falls and jungle thing. It was cool. But again, I don't know why we're with them and linked to them at all. For what? Anyway, all right. 347. Answering America's questions. Yes, sir. I don't
Solving
know.
all our problems.
The crime is solving it.
One long pause at a time.
347. I'm going to start doing that. See if anybody says anything. Look out. Oh, sorry.
Join Daniel Matalon, CEO of A Second Chance Bail Bonds, and co-host Tug Cowart as they bring together law enforcement, justice insiders, and voices from every part of the justice system, victims, advocates, and people who've turned their lives around. It's not PR, it's not fluff. It's an honest talk about what's working, what's broken, and how to build a better path forward, one second chance at a time. This week's guest is Holly Waltman, owner and managing partner of the Waltman firm. Justice Unfiltered. Unfiltered, informed, and unbiased.
So, you had a long day. You decided to stop for a cocktail on the way home. The next thing you know, you had one too many, and you just got pulled over. You need A Second Chance bail bonds. A Second Chance can get you or a loved one out of jail quickly, in most cases, in a matter of hours. A Second Chance bail bonds. It's better to know us and not need us than need us and not know us. Get help now. Call 404-BAIL-OUT. That's 404-BAIL-OUT or contact them online at atlbail.com.
Immaculately designed and manicured backyards can significantly enhance your property's value and visual appeal. And by adding a customized, professionally designed and installed artificial putting green from ATL Turf Co., it'll take your home to the next level. ATL Turf Co.'s custom greens are designed to replicate tournament-level green conditions with realistic ball bounce, roll, and speed, and has a stimp meter of 10 to 12.5. So maybe it's time to consider artificial turf.
Hey, this is John Flading from ATL Turf Co. If you can dream it, we can build it. Just go to atlturfco.com to schedule an appointment.
If you've been waiting for the right time to upgrade your home's comfort, this is it. Central Heating and Air Conditioning is proud to announce the 29th annual Winter White Sale, and it's our lowest pricing of 2026. For a limited time, everything is on sale. Heating and cooling systems and complete home performance solutions with rebates and discounts up to $2,300. Are you dealing with hot or cold spots in your home? Energy bills that just keep climbing? Or unhealthy indoor air affecting your family's comfort? Central has the solution. As your trusted carrier partner, they install industry-leading carrier systems backed by strong warranties and peace of mind that comes with proven performance and efficiency. With 79 years experience, Central Heating and Air Conditioning knows how to design comfort solutions that work, not just today, but for years to come. This is your chance to save big during Central's 29th annual Winter White Sale, but it won't last long. Central Heating and Air Conditioning, delivering carrier comfort for the world we share.
We're smart, we care. We're Central Heating and Air.
Let's be honest. All cars and all car dealerships are not created equally. So when you're buying a new Toyota, you're not buying a vehicle, you're protecting a major investment. That's why where you buy matters. For over 50 years, Marietta Toyota served our community with the reputation built on straight answers, real accountability, and doing business the right way, proudly here since 1975. They have realized since day one that giving the customer the best deal possible, more car than they thought they were going to get inside their budget, that's how you keep people coming back. Here's the difference you won't hear everywhere. Every new Toyota comes with our nationwide lifetime powertrain warranty. That's valid for unlimited time and unlimited mileage as long as you own your Toyota. That's long-term confidence backed by Toyota quality and, of course, supported by Marietta Toyota, a dealership that will be here after the sale with service and genuine Toyota parts on Cobb Parkway South. Visit Marietta Toyota on Cobb Parkway South, about 3 miles north of Truist Park. MariettaToyota.com. Visit Marietta Toyota. We've been here and we'll be here for you.
Nationwide lifetime powertrain warranty included with every new Toyota purchase. See dealer for coverage details, exclusions, and requirements.
February is Heart Health Month, and heart problems don't care what month it is, and everybody knows somebody with a heart issue, a parent, maybe you, maybe me, and you have health insurance, so you're covered, right? And, well, maybe until you see the out-of-pocket costs, insurance doesn't pay. If a heart attack or stroke hits, you're suddenly staring at deductibles and missed paychecks, mortgages due, bills don't take sick days. You don't need a second heart attack from opening the mail. Well, nobody wants to start a GoFundMe either to get back on your feet. That's why our listeners now have added a separate heart and stroke plan. It can pay a lump sum cash benefit on the first covered event up to $75,000 paid directly to you. Benefits vary by plan and eligibility. It's usually affordable. You can call Stephen to get the details. It takes about 2 minutes to check your options. The Health Insurance Doctor, solving problems you don't see coming before they happen. HealthInsuranceDoctor.net. Here's the number, 678-523-0759. Ask about the heart and stroke coverage. HealthInsuranceDoctor.net.
The IRS finally caught up with Louie.
I hadn't paid my taxes in 8 years.
He was in big trouble.
We're going to take your house, garnish your pay.
Louie found out about Optima Tax Relief, America's #1 tax relief firm.
I don't owe the IRS anymore. It was because of Optima Tax.
Call Optima now for a free consultation.
Give Optima Tax a call. They can help you.
Call 800-714-8422. 800-714-8422.
Optima Tax Relief.
Actual client compensated for sharing their experience. Visit OptimaTaxRelief.com for details.
All right, by the way, I urge you to keep listening at 4 o'clock. It's 3:52. In 8 minutes, 4 o'clock news, Savannah Guthrie just made another video and says, please report anything strange to law enforcement. We're in an hour of desperation. And anyway, they'll have the latest at 4 o'clock. That's all. I just saw kind of a headline thing. So, and now, back to the actual program. It's Robert Plant here, Led Zeppelin singer. Oh, this with Alison Krauss. That's why I would say. That's why I was reading the thing. I love that Alison Krauss. Say nothing at all, or whatever it is. Oh God. This is a Giddy Up Go song right here. 2009, Led Zeppelin singer Robert Plant took home 5 prizes for his collaboration with bluegrass singer Alison Krauss. This year's Grammy Awards in 2009 in L.A. The duo won Album of the Year for Raising Sand and Record of the Year for Please Read the Letter. That's kind of cute. Coldplay won Song of the Year for Viva La Vida. Adele, Duffy, Radiohead, and Peter Gabriel, also British acts to be honored in 2009. Alison
This
Krauss.
sounds like something J.J. Kell would write.
Yeah, this is weird.
Eric Clapton would do with him.
Yeah, I don't. This is a different sound. And that Alison Krauss, man, I love it. When you say nothing is nothing at all, or what the hell's that song? God, that's a pretty song. A romantic, sure. Anyway, let's see. What do we got here? Here we go. A birthday list. And speaking of singers and songs, Carole King is 84 right now, singer-songwriter. Carole King has written or co-written 114 top 40 hits, 114 of them, including I Feel the Earth Move, You've Got a Friend, You Make Me Feel Like a Natural Woman, Will You Love Me Tomorrow, The Locomotion with Little Eva. I mean, what a 114 top hits. Carole King is 84 years old today. And on this day in history, 1825, Congress chooses the president, John Quincy Adams, even though Andrew Jackson beat him. Andrew Jackson won both the electoral and popular vote. And this gun, 1825. And in fact, Neil Bortz's commentary today, and you'll hear it again later on here too, is about the fact that in the Constitution there is no right to vote. The Constitution lays out that if your state allows you to vote, you have to follow certain rules to do it, but the Constitution does not say here's how you can vote in America. It's not in there. So, 1825. The U.S. House chooses John Quincy Adams, even though Andrew Jackson beat him in both electoral and popular vote. Jackson won 99 electoral votes and 41% of the popular vote. Adams won 84 electoral votes and 30% of the popular vote, with the remaining going to other candidates. But since Jackson did not have the required majority of over 50%, the election was turned over to the House of Representatives as per the 12th Amendment. On February 9th, 1825, they chose Adams, making him the president. This infuriated Andrew Jackson supporters, who actually won, since he won both the electoral and popular vote, but he didn't get 50%. And as far as I know, the 12th Amendment's still in there, so it could happen again.
Yeah.
And we independent candidate. Remember John? Who's the guy from Illinois? Or John? What's his name? The independent candidate. John
Anderson.
John Anderson. Yeah. And of
1980.
course, Ross Perot. You know, I mean, these guys can make an impact. Some of them can make an impact.
I just remembered a brush with fame. When I met Joe Walsh, he had the Alison Krauss, Robert Plant album CD with him.
No kidding. Really? How cool is that? What a fun link that is, out of that album, and all of a sudden you think, I'll be damned. You know, this life is, it's just, you know, it's amazing. I bet there are a million things we just never remember or link in our own heads about things that happen that have, you know, it's like the 7 degrees of Kevin Bacon or whatever, you know what I mean?
Yeah. we did this before, we should do it again. And everybody's brush with fame, like Letterman used to do, is have people call up and tell us what's the most famous person you met and how weird was it when how'd you meet them?
Yeah, 404-741-1230. I mean, we can do it anytime. It's, you know, radio, do whatever you want. 404-741-1230. If you call, we're taking it. So there you go. And now you found it's funny.
Let's say for fun the earth is flat. Let's just say for fun the earth is flat. Now what? You still gotta go to work. What are we doing here, man? Who cares if it's shaped like a hexagon? You know what's shaped like a rectangle? An eviction notice. Get a job. It's so hard to walk around down there. And then the people that are the flat earth people are like, well, I want to know, because if maybe the government's lying to me about the flat, and if the government's lying about that, they're lying about other things. Yeah, grow up, yes. The government's lying to us. What's wrong with you? That's one of the best parts about being an adult. You wake up and you're just like, I can get out there and just keep walking. I want to know everything. I want top government. You work at Applebee's. Applebee's. You don't even know what's in the chicken fingers. Keep walking, dude. Stop this craziness. I want to know everything. You're not gonna. Grow up, dude. We're down here in the cheap seats.
Mr. Nathan McIntosh.
He's a funny guy. Yeah, how do guys? I wonder where he came up with that theme, I mean, it's me. I wonder how they do it. You know what I mean? Just everyday stuff. He starts. Let's say the Earth is flat.
The Earth is flat.
I know. How did he come up with that? Anyway, a couple observations there. Kevin, Pete, and Flounder coming up. And again, 4 o'clock. The latest on Savannah Guthrie is now pleading for the public to help. That's the angle, the new angle. She goes on. It's a close up of just her. I'm seeing the video now. They're going to play it at 4 o'clock on our news here. 1 minute away, by the way. And she said, "Mom was taken. We don't know where she is." They still obviously apparently don't have proof of life. I think you'll probably get that update here in a minute. And they're in an hour of desperation, and she's asking the public, if you see anything unusual, call the cops. So anyway, this is just going on and on. By the way, later on I'm going to talk about, I saw a whole bunch of TV commercials and TV promos and stuff, including the ad for Rick Jackson running for governor. Have you seen that ad of this guy? Holy cow. Talk about impressive. I mean,
be careful about this guy.
Well, I want to know a lot more about him because
I'll tell you something when we come back about
Okay, yeah, because this was really, boy, talk about making an impact. The mystery continues. 4 o'clock, Kevin, Pete, and Flounder at 106.3. How you doing?
WFOM and W292EV Marietta, a Dickey Broadcasting Station. This hour is presented by Atlanta Safe House.
A new message from the Guthrie family. Lisa Brady, Fox News. It's a new video posted by Today Show host Savannah Guthrie and not directed this time at a kidnapper, but to the public.
We believe our mom is still out there. We need your help.
This as the family enters a second week of what she calls this nightmare.
So I'm coming on just to ask you, not just for your prayers, but no matter where you are, even if you're far from Tucson, if you see anything, if you hear anything, if there's anything at all that seems strange to you, that you report to law enforcement.
She says they're at an hour of desperation and need the public's help. Today is believed to be the second of 2 deadlines and a suspected ransom note. A previous video from Guthrie and her 2 siblings over the weekend directed at the kidnapper said they would pay and had, quote, received your message. A multi-agency investigation continues into the abduction of 84-year-old Nancy Guthrie from her Arizona home 9 days ago. Just getting reports of a school shooting in Maryland. Police in Montgomery County confirming 1 victim at Thomas Wooten High School. There's no word on that person's identity or condition or any information about a shooter. Police in Britain are investigating claims that the former Prince Andrew sent confidential information to Jeffrey Epstein.
Andrew Mountbatten Windsor, who was stripped of his titles by King Charles last year, used to act as a trade envoy for the United Kingdom. But there are claims he shared confidential reports with Jeffrey Epstein. A British police force is now looking into these allegations. The King's brother maintained contact with the financier after Epstein was convicted of a child sex offence in 2008.
Fox's Jonathan Savage, the former UK ambassador to the U.S., also facing claims about information given to Epstein. Stocks finish higher, the Dow up 20 points to another record. America is listening to Fox News.
The Tunnel to Towers Foundation honors America's heroes and their families, heroes like Scott Abrams. Now, for more than 3 decades, Scott served his community and country while he was on his NYPD motorcycle escorting a funeral procession. Scott was hit by a bus, leaving him partially paralyzed. Tunnel to Towers was able to honor Scott with a mortgage-free smart home. Please join us supporting the Tunnel to Towers Foundation. If you can donate $11 a month, go to their website, the letter T, the number 2, the letter T.org.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. You know, the big wireless companies say they have discounts for people over 55, but unless you're willing to sit on hold and ask, you're probably paying more than you should. At Consumer Cellular, there's nothing to hunt down. We're built for people 50 plus with plans starting at just $20. And our 100% US-based customer service actually answers the phone. Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com today and get your second month free for a limited time.
Taxes, fees, and other third-party charges will apply. See website for additional details.
Da-da-dun-dun, da-da-dun-dun. 1987, the Brit Awards in London. Peter Gabriel, big winner. British Male Solo Artist of the Year, 1987. Kate Bush won British Female Solo Artist. Best British Group went to 5 Star in 1987. British Album went to Dire Straits' Brothers in Arms. The British Breakthrough Act of 1987 was the House Martins. The International Solo Artist Award went to Paul Simon. And the Bangles won Best International Group in 1987. Best British Video went to Peter Gabriel for Sledgehammer. Best British Single was the Pet Shop Boys for West End Girls in 1987. 70s music, 80s music. Yeah. It didn't really get much for me there. Anyway, Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. All right, hold on a minute. Here we go. Birthday list. Tom Hiddleston. Tom Hiddleston's 45 today, known for Loki, Marvel stuff, Thor, Avengers. Very popular young man.
The Night Manager.
The Night Manager, too. That was, in fact, he is either Australian or, I guess he's British, not Australian. But he's
British.
Famous for mostly things like that. But the Night Manager was a very well-known.
Well, there's another one out. There's a second season of it.
Oh, really? Well, and I'll see.
Second movie or something, yeah.
Gotta get that after. Let's see, 404. And on this day in history, 784 BC, the famous biblical solar eclipse. According to the Bible, Amos 8:9, and it shall come to pass in that day, saith the Lord Jehovah, that I will cause the sun to go down at noon, and I will darken the earth in the clear day. Some scholars believe the date of this event was actually the solar eclipse of this day in 784 BC, not 792 or something. At 1 o'clock in the afternoon, Jerusalem would have been in the dark. Other scholars say it might have been a few years earlier. But the solar eclipse, of course, where the moon passes between the earth and the sun. You can't see anything. And so there you go. And who was it? Don Quixote? Wasn't he the guy who did the eclipse thing? He said, I'm going to cause the sun to go down if you don't do what I say. Or was that Bing Crosby? It could have been Bing Crosby.
Don Quixote was a fictional character by Cervantes.
Cervantes, yeah. Billy Cervantes.
So he never existed, really, Kimmer. So I don't think he predicted. I'm doing my pauses here, like Jim Beck. An eclipse of the sun.
You're not pausing long enough.
That means it's not true.
That's not true, ladies and gentlemen.
It's not true. It's no verdad.
Mercy. All right. Let's see. Couple things. Again, we'd love to hear from you about the Olympics, the game. Olympics. The Olympics. The Olympics. Talk about the Olympics. I'm going to talk about that right now in a second. Also, the Super Bowl in terms of the commercials or the halftime. Did you care? Did you watch the Turning Point alternative? Do you have a comment? Is it a thing or not? Whatever. 404-741-1230. I will make a couple of points about all that's been going on here, including, I will say this, I get a big kick out of aerial drone coverage of the snowboard flying and the downhill racing. Man, when they have that drone right behind that skier, and holy smokes, you could feel it.
That drone thing is the coolest thing they've done.
Absolutely. I couldn't stop watching it.
You're right behind them.
Yeah, that's right. You're on his shoulder. And I love it. I'm a skier. I almost killed myself skiing and hit a snowbank doing downhill, trying to be a big shot, and I almost killed myself like an idiot because I'm not an expert. I'm a good medium skier. I'm not an expert skier, and I went downhill all the way to Aspen, Colorado. The last run with my girlfriend waiting for me in a hot tub, and I went bang. Yes, we had to bring it
Let's
into the
focus
coverage.
what you were trying to tell us there.
Yeah,
about
I mean,
drones
again, the drones, man, the coverage for the snowboarding flying and the ski flying but especially the
I love the
downhill
Winter
racing.
Olympics.
Oh my God, I couldn't stop watching.
I love it.
Yeah, so I thought that was kind of cool. Also, I made a bunch of notes here. I'd forgotten how cool the Puppy Bowl was. I did watch that for a while, and it was pretty. I just thought that was kind of sweet and thing. Also, I don't get this thing they called the ski-a-thon, and I think it was a girl event. And what it amounts to kind of one after another, like single file in skiing in the tracks that were laid out with a skier before you. It's like cross-country skiing in tracks. What the hell was that? Ski-athlon. Yeah, what the hell was that?
That's relative new, but biathlon's been around for 100 years, and that's fun to watch them stop and shoot at things
that's
every
different.
now and then.
But with the ski?
But they are following each other's tracks. It is interesting to see that. But it's basically who can outlast the other, because at some point the good ones pass the other ones.
But I guess you have to go into the heavy snow to get around them or something. I never actually saw anybody
There's
pass
no
anybody.
heavy snow.
Well, I mean,
There's
but they're
no
track. The reason they're in the tracks is because the other snow's too thick. Outside
they
the tracks.
run up some of the hills. They literally run on skis up the hill. So that's when they pass each other.
Yeah. Anyway, okay, doke. Well, just for the record. Oh, now let's talk about this Rick Jackson guy. You want to do that? Is that a thing? I saw the ad for this guy, Rick Jackson, and boy, talk about a tough visage, a tough-looking guy. Grew up. His father disappeared. His mother was a drunk. He had 5 foster homes, and then the story was how he used he shined the light of his future instead of complaining about it, and became a big-time Charlie billionaire, I guess, who isn't beholden to anybody and is tired of political games and stuff and wants to be your governor. And I thought, holy crap, what a message. I mean, he sure got my attention. Scared the crap out of me, honestly, to be honest with you. Now, I don't know the guy. I don't know. Is he a car guy? Where did he get his money? What's Rick Jackson company? Is it a real estate, or do we even know? I don't even know.
I don't know, but some have pointed out he could be the next Trump, so who knows? Well, it's early days. We had to do our research here. Yeah. But he was a big backer, if not the backer, of Jeff Duncan.
Oh,
remember
who turncoat?
Yeah, the lieutenant governor Republican who turned into a liberal woke wussy Democrat.
Well, how?
Yeah, so either he was bamboozled by this Jeff Duncan guy and didn't know his true colors, which calls into question his judgment, or he's a fellow traveler. That's a Trojan horse.
Well, now see that I don't know anything about his. I don't know whether maybe he's an expertarian. What do they call libertarian? Now maybe if that's it, if he's a gadfly about everybody, I don't know. But again, if he's linked to a turncoat trying to destroy the Republican Party of Georgia and bring his followers,
or maybe he was betrayed by Jeff Duncan.
Yeah,
like Jeff
again,
Duncan
I don't know.
betrayed just about everybody else.
I don't know anything about it. I've never heard of him until I saw the ad, and I thought, holy crap.
Right.
When I saw it come to, I thought, oh my God. I like it. I mean, seriously, if that's all real and that's all there is, if he's just trying to do a better job.
And if he's trying to upset the Georgia Republican Party, I'm all for it.
Yeah.
Because this is the Republican Party to sit back and watch. We lost 2 Senate seats and a presidential campaign in the state of Georgia because it was stolen.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
And you have the governor of the state, as good a job as he's done, and Raffensperger all sitting to tell you that there was the safest, best, blah, 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 and it was all on the up and up. And we've got at least 300,000 votes in Fulton County alone that were illegitimate.
Suspect votes, yeah, right. It didn't seem to could. And again, how could they get bundles and bundles of mail-in ballots that were never folded? I mean, come on.
How could there be a pipe burst that no one ever saw? There was never any video or film of the thing that made everything shut down mysteriously.
Never even a damp floor. I thought was kind of weird. Let's see. Anyway, the Rick Jackson guy seemed kind of. We'll talk about that later on and see what else we got. Hold on a second here. A bunch of memes about the halftime show, including from Matt Walsh. We're big fans of Matt Walsh here. In fact, I remember when he was doing his documentaries on trying to get women to determine what gender they were, or he would identify himself as a female lawyer or something. He said, "You're not gross." Well, yes, I am. Anyway, Matt Walsh, famous for his chicanery. And now he said this about the halftime show. Again, I didn't watch it. I didn't watch any of that stuff. He said, having the halftime show for your biggest game of the year in a language none of your lifelong fans can understand while waving the flags of countries that none of them are from is the biggest screw you I've ever seen in a corporation give to its own consumers. Mm-hmm. And again, they don't care about us. They don't care about me. I know that.
They care about growing the game. They don't care about the players. They don't care about the players' health. They only care about growing the game so the billionaires can make more money in the NFL, and we suck it up because we love watching it.
But, I mean, do you really think the goal of National Football League is to be a World Football League?
Yes.
But they don't have
what
teams.
Do you think they're doing this? They're going to Australia now, and Europe, and Asia. Of course they want to be. They want to be soccer. They want to be FIFA.
I don't like it, I tell you.
I'm sorry.
I know.
Why do you think baseball's doing the World Baseball Classic? But then again,
baseball is a lot more of a world sport than football. Our football.
Well, yeah, you
soccer.
Could say, yeah.
I mean,
soccer's the world sport.
Yeah, but not here.
In baseball's huge, of course, in Central America and parts of South America and parts of Asia.
Yeah.
So,
well, what we need to talk about is curling.
I want to see the girls.
We're playing for the gold. We knocked out Italy.
Is this the team or the girls? Or
I think it's the men and women.
Team men and women together. Yeah. It's kind of fun to watch. And again, I have no idea why they're trying to click them out of the one circle with the two. I don't know, and I don't care. I just love to see it. And if they're happy, I go, "Oh, he did it." Well, he did it. I don't know what he did.
Ball on ice.
Anyway, 4:13. I don't get it.
It's time for the Bortz Report, exclusively on Atlanta's only conservative news and talk station, Extra 106.3.
And ladies and gentlemen, it's time for another edition of Told Ya I Was Right All Along. Over the years, I've had to argue with a lot of people who think there is a right to vote in the United States, that the U.S. Constitution guarantees it. No, it doesn't. There is no constitutional right to vote. So for a little backup, I went to AI. Instead of Bort's intelligence, we'll rely on artificial intelligence. I asked the question, here's the answer. The United States Constitution does not grant a universal right to vote to American citizens. The Constitution treats voting as a state-controlled privilege. Instead of a right to vote, the Constitution in the 15th, 19th, 24th, and 25th Amendments simply tells the states that they cannot deny people whatever right they may have under state law to vote due to race, sex, poll taxes, or age. But whatever right you have to vote comes from the state, not from the U.S. Constitution. So under a section entitled Bottom Line, there is no constitutional right to vote. There are constitutional limits on how states may restrict voting, but the right exists because states grant it, not the U.S. Constitution. Why is this important? Well, 49 of the 50 states do constitutionally grant a right to vote to their citizens. Arizona does not. But this is important because any of those states, if they see abuses of this right, can, on their own, without the U.S. government involvement or the Supreme Court, change that guarantee and start putting reasonable restrictions on voting, such as IDs, no criminal history, you name it. Now that that's straightened out, let's set about getting people out of the polls who have no business being there. Neil Bortz, Extra 106.3.
February, Heart Health Month. Heart problems really don't care that much about what month it is, as you know. But everybody knows somebody with a heart issue. Maybe a parent, maybe you, maybe the Kimmer. If you have health insurance, you're probably covered, right? You think, wait a minute now. How about those out-of-pocket costs that insurance is not going to cover for you? See, I'm stumbling and mumbling because this is kind of confusing, and there's all kinds of new stuff. And I got the health insurance doctor is going to take care of that. If a heart attack or stroke hits and you're looking at deductibles and missed paychecks and mortgages and bills don't take sick days, and you don't want to get all shook up and mess your heart even worse. Well, how about this? Our listeners now can have a separate heart and stroke plan. It can pay a lump sum cash benefit on a first covered event up to $75,000, paid directly to you. Benefits vary by plan and eligibility. Well, it's usually affordable, and Stephen will get you the details. I don't know about this stuff, but he's got the whole thing worked out. Takes about 2 minutes to check your options. Health Insurance Doctor, solving problems you don't see coming before they happen. 678-523-0759. Ask about heart and stroke coverage. HealthInsuranceDoctor.net.
Matt, where does confidence actually come from?
Well, Brooke, most people think it's about faking it or achieving more. But real confidence starts with something simpler, self-awareness.
So how do you know if you're self-aware? And more importantly, how do you increase it?
That's where our image process comes in at howpeopleseeyou.com.
Is that the same process made famous by casting director Sam Christensen from MASH?
Yeah, and today it's helping corporate professionals show up with clarity and authenticity, because confidence starts when who you are matches how you're seen. Learn more at howpeopleseeyou.com and sign up for a free preview event. That's howpeopleseeyou.com.
Of all the radio ads I've ever done, I only advertised one thing that I think saved my life. My CPAP machine, sleep apnea. And I found the best CPAP dealer out there ever, Roddy, at CPAPs, etc. in Alpharetta. CPAPsETC.com. Everything you need, all the supplies, shipped anywhere at a price that often beats insurance. CPAPsETC.com. Go take a peek now.
Thousands of veterans across Georgia are missing out on the benefits they've earned through their service. The Warrior Alliance is changing that by connecting veterans and their families to life-changing resources and support. Tune into the Warrior Alliance Network, our podcast and radio show dedicated to helping veterans succeed after service. Join us every Saturday at 11 a.m. on 106.3 to hear inspiring veteran stories, discover free programs, and learn about career opportunities available to you. Subscribe to the Warrior Alliance YouTube channel today.
Hey, it's Drake Baldwin. Everyone knows my winning team on the field, but when there's no hot water, I need a win at my home base. When it comes to plumbing, my winning team is Superior. Superior Plumbing is there whenever I need a leak repaired, toilet replaced, or a water heater installed. For over 40 years, they've been Atlanta's go-to plumbers. And Superior is still locally owned. For Superior, there's no job too small.
For Superior, the honest one, call 770-422 Plum.
Madonna. 1985. Madonna's 3-week run began on the Billboard album chart with Like a Virgin, number 3 in Britain. It became Madonna's first number 1, and the Billboard Hot 100 topped the charts in Australia and Canada, reached the top 10 elsewhere. Like a Virgin sold 6 million copies, 1985. Like a Virgin, there you go, Madonna. The one I like is Like a Prayer. I have that one on my magic music stick. I like that song. Kimber Peyton Flounder, how's it going? 420. Our birthday list includes Michael B. Jordan. Michael B. Jordan, the actor, is 39. Creed, Black Panther, Fruitvale Station, The Wire. And Michael B. Jordan, who's 39 years old today, in 2020 was elected People Magazine's Sexiest Man Alive. Michael B. Jordan. Okie-dokie. And on this day in history, let's see, 1909. The importation and smoking of opium is banned by the Opium Exclusion Act of 1909. It did not ban the use of opium. It only banned smoking it and importing it. And in 1909 in America, Chinese immigrants were the people who smoked opium. Opium was a common medicine used by Americans at the time. The previously legal trade of opium was soon taken over by gangs and the criminal enterprises, and the law went into effect April 1st. But you could use it, but you couldn't smoke it or import it. Opium dens are very popular.
I've always been curious about opium.
Me too. Just like the way it smells or what?
I don't know. That'd be one of the few drugs that I think I could be convinced of trying.
I really don't know. I guess my impression of opium is like, some, long-haired, long mustachioed Chinamen, around a den with guys, and they're
with
getting,
a hookah.
they're smoking this opium, and they're all just feeling good and kind of just sitting there happy.
Somewhere in Lime Street in London, in the back alley.
But I assume opium is as addictive as other hard drug, or is it not?
Yes, it's supposed to be pretty addictive.
It is okay, because if it's like heroin, then my God. But is it? I don't know. I don't know anything about opium. I really don't. If it's addictive, but it doesn't seem to be doing damage like heroin does. I haven't heard of a lot of.
That does over time. It basically drains your life.
Well, I don't think I've learned last time that. A guy, a burglar, crashed into the house to get money for his opium. I don't know if there's I don't know whether they're just a little laid back and don't really care, like smoking weed. You just, the guy got put. I remember David Steinberg, the comedian. Yeah. It was on his talk show. I used to watch these afternoons while I was studying. He had his own show in the afternoon, got 50 years ago, whatever. And I remember he was talking about the time that he said, I tried drugs once, and I remember I tried marijuana once, and I remember I was driving my car and I got pulled over by the cop, and the state, he said, sir, do you know how fast you're going? I said, no, I don't, sir. And he said, 12. So he said, I don't handle these things well. So anyway, I don't know. That was kind of fun. Let's see. I don't know. How did we get talking about opium? How did it get started with opium? The Chinese? I don't know. Oh, the opium law. I just did a history thing. God, my short-term memory is gone. What was that? 80 seconds, maybe? I'm losing it. I tell you, I'm losing it. Oh, God. Oh, a couple of TV things. A couple of TV things, and then we'll do some more. Oh, by the way, Flounder's got the soundbite. We'll come up in a minute of Savannah Guthrie. Guthrie. And her latest comment about the kidnappers who she thinks her mom's still alive, which we hope that's certainly true. A couple things. Have you seen the show Spartacus, House of Asher, I think it is called? Have you seen that TV show? It's a TV show on, I didn't write down. I don't. It's one of the cable channels. It's not your normal main TV. Spartacus House. It's porn. It's porn. They're all naked and, total naked and having sex and, oh, my God. And I guess there's a lot of fighting and, things in a circle ring, to eat. I don't know what's going on. But it's all porn. I was on and I said, well, I've never seen this show. I wonder if it's all, like gladiator stuff. And then all of a sudden it's all porn.
Joey?
I swear to God. I'm just damnedest thing. And I thought, how could they get away with that? It's all these naked women making out with each other. It's like three women, lesbians of sex. Well, the guys, not that we're not complaining. I'm just saying, I saw it there on my TV.
Did you ever watch the HBO show Rome, the first season? It was a bunch of sex in that, too. It was great, too. Yeah. Great show.
I didn't see much. I don't remember. But I couldn't believe this.
There's 2 seasons. Watch the second season sucked.
Okay,
the first season was
well,
this
Spartacus House of Asher, I think. A Spartacus House of something. Oh, my God. It's like 3 naked women making out and stuff. I was just... Oh, and one other thing. I saw the ad for this movie coming out, Send Help. Have you seen the ad for that thing?
Oh, how can you
Christ,
not?
Scared the living crap out of me.
It's every other commercial.
And here's what it says. It has the TV ad for Send Help, and here's what the actual words are. Disturbing, extremely gory. Bring someone who's squeamish, sadistic, demented, and funny. Every possible horrible, disgusting thing that could happen apparently happens in a movie called Send Help. And I don't know why, but I'm not going. I don't like those last-minute thing movies. All right, a couple things. 426. Flounder, can you cue up that Savannah Guthrie thing? Savannah Guthrie just released another video and apparently was not directed toward the kidnappers. It was directed toward you and me. Savannah Guthrie, Flounder, if you will, sir.
Hi there, everybody. I wanted to come on and just share a few thoughts as we enter into another week of this nightmare. I just want to say, first of all, thank you so much for all of the prayers and the love that we have felt, my sister and brother and I, and that our mom has felt. because we believe that somehow, some way, she is feeling these prayers and that God is lifting her even in this moment and in this darkest place. We believe our mom is still out there. We need your help. Law enforcement is working tirelessly around the clock trying to bring her home, trying to find her. She was taken and we don't know where. And we need your help. So I'm coming on just to ask you, not just for your prayers, but no matter where you are, even if you're far from Tucson, if you see anything, if you hear anything, if there's anything at all that seems strange to you, that you report to law enforcement. We are at an hour of desperation, and we need your help.
Savannah Guthrie. And again, this is... And I remember thinking over the weekend when the kidnappers, apparent kidnappers, released that second statement or second interview with her, conversation with her, and the family came out and looked like they'd been bawling their eyes out, and it wasn't obviously very happy. I thought she was going to say, well, we got proof of life, and we're all set to go, and the kidnappers were with you, we're going to pay, and let's get this done. And instead, it was just, here we go again. And I guess I don't know that they have proof of life, and I don't even know whether this is a real kidnapping.
If it is, I think they're panicked now because they know they're not getting away with it at this point.
Well,
they're not getting away with it.
And again, we got so many things.
Whoever
to talk
does,
about. Yeah. But here's the other. How are they going to release her? How if you're a kidnapper, how would you make it clear that you're going to the kidnapped victim will be found? And in a way that will never come back to you. In other words, would they drive her to Idaho and put her out at a bus stop and hope nobody sees the getaway? In other words, there's got to be...
everything's on camera.
No matter where they drop her off, someone's going to see something. Unless they do it the dark of night in the desert and say, good luck finding her. But again, how are you going? And again, how's the family going to take their word for it or trust them unless they see their mother alive and bring over the money? And how are they going? Even a Bitcoin where they don't have to be there in person. I don't know. I don't know how you do I don't know how you do a release of a kidnapped victim. How do you do it? How can you not get caught?
Somebody cased it out, or it's someone close to them has done this to know how to do this and where she'd be and what to do with her.
How they're going to get her back? How can you do it without getting caught? How can you, again, unless she's already in some storage locker in another state and they're going to say where she is and hope that nobody noticed when she was put in there, But again, every step of the way, chances are someone's going to see something, which is pretty smart by Savannah with that video saying if you see anything weird, call the cops.
I know kidnapping happens in other countries, in South America, stuff, and they get away with it there. I can't think of a high-profile kidnapping in America where anybody got away with it, from Barbara Jane Mackey.
Even the Coachella kidnapping, the kids in the school bus.
They caught that. Whoever got away with it?
Frank Sinatra Jr., they caught him. I don't know.
Bruno Haltman was called.
I don't know. I don't know how you release the thing and not get away with it. And again, there's got to be some way to trace a Bitcoin when they collect it and then sell it. Maybe I guess that's why they design them not to be. I don't know. There's still. I'll bet you there's things we don't. I don't know. Can't they tag it somehow with some kind of a thing? I don't get it.
It's going to get to the point where they're going to put something in all of us, like the mark of the beast, so they can follow us anywhere.
Yeah, probably. Actually,
and people
I can't
will
wait.
do it.
Yeah, okay. I'm game. I'll do it. I don't give a damn. I go to the stable every weekend, and once in a while I ride my chopper. That's it, okay? 4:30, Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder.
No one's coming for you.
No one's coming for the Kimmer. I got no money for that kidnapping, God.
Neil Boyce is only live on Extra 106.3, bringing you daily commentary on the biggest topics of the day. Catch him throughout the day or hear his latest on the Extra 106.3 app.
All right, now, if you've been listening to the Kimmer a long time here on Extra, I don't put my name on just about anything. It's really not worth it in the long run, so you just don't do it. But my longtime friends are people I love to represent, like Jeff and his lovely bride at Peach State Windows, family-owned company I've known for more than 20 years. He knows Georgia weather and the Georgia building codes and what works in our homes. He's got a deal for you. The big boys, those national companies that don't care about you individually, you can beat them like crazy. Here you go. How about 8 premium Energy Star double hung replacement windows fully installed for $39.95. 8 windows fully installed for under $4,000. Wow. You don't get deals like that from those big national companies or the personal service either. The craftsmanship that Jeff provides, because he knows what he's doing. You know, when your name's on the business, you kind of do a little something extra to make sure people are happy. And how about 0% financing to pay for it over 12 months? Upgrading is easy that way. How about PeachStateWindows.com? Check out what they can do for you. Or call, here's the number, 770-485-8011. Proven, trusted, priced right. PeachStateWindows.com.
Hey, it's Lowe's for Howard Brothers and Echo. Spring is just around the corner, and the last thing you want to do is spend all of your weekends on yard work. Echo Power Equipment takes the hassle out of work, so chore time won't get in the way of your time. Find your own trusted, professional-grade Echo equipment at Howard Brothers. They have the best equipment selection and prices available. Their team is ready to serve and help you plan your spring the right way. The grass is always greener when you take care of it with Echo and Howard Brothers.
Did you know that there are over 34,000 lawyers in the state of Georgia? Yet despite that huge number, Bruce Hagan was recently named by his peers as one of the top 100 lawyers in the state. Do you know who is not among the top 100 lawyers in the state? Some clown standing on top of an 18-wheeler. Those kind of lawyers may make flashy ads, but they're just marketers, not real lawyers. If you've been injured in a car wreck, you need Bruce Hagan, a real lawyer who tries cases and wins. Call Bruce Hagan. He's the real deal for your injury case. Hagan-law.com.
Time now for the Retire Wise Report. James Parker here with financial advisor Sean Maloney, founder and CEO of Retire Wise. The big question for many of our listeners as they approach retirement is, will I be okay in retirement? Sean, how do you help someone figure out if they've saved enough to be comfortable?
Great question. There's a lot of different aspects to this, but the biggest thing is looking at risk. Look, there's a lot of different risks to your money, like market risk. There's healthcare costs, inflation, and taxes. All those need to be accounted for. Many people worry if they've saved enough. Am I going to outlive my money? Strategies to help preserve your wealth can be more important than the dollar amount that you saved. Get an analysis of your situation to help you get that clarity that you need.
Tell us about the offer you have for listeners.
If you're worried about if you'll be okay for retirement, you probably don't have a plan. You might not even know what I mean when I'm talking about, do you have a retirement plan? Well, we have a great resource for you guys. We have what's called the Retire Happy Framework Toolkit, and you can get that by calling or texting WISE to 770-802-2200. My team helped me put this thing together just for you, and it's a complimentary guide. And the center of this is a copy of my latest book, The Priority of Retirement. It has chapters from everything from investments to Social Security, income planning, and has other guides that go along with it as well, with some checklists in regards to all those different strategies and topics as well. So if you want to get that information in your hands today, call or text WISE to 770-802-2200. That's 770-802-2200.
Take advantage of this offer. Get your Retire Happy Framework today. Like Sean said, just text WISE to 770-802-2200. The team at Retire Wise will get you your Retire Happy Framework right away. So just call or text WISE to 770-802-2200. Investment advisory services made available through AE Wealth Management, LLC, a registered investment advisor.
The wait is over. The Atlanta Braves 2026 gate giveaways are here, and this season is loaded with must-have items. Fans can expect incredible giveaway series, including the legendary Alumni Collection, featuring some of your favorite Braves greats, and the crossover jersey collection, bringing Braves style to basketball, football, hockey, and soccer jerseys. And that's not all. The giveaways keep coming with some brand new favorites, like the Bobble Card Series, part bobblehead, part baseball card, plus a Hawaiian shirt, a cowboy hat, and so much more. And you know we can't forget about the kids. Every Sunday home game features a Kids Gate giveaway with special items like sunglasses, just like the players wear, mini Michael Harris II and Drake Baldwin bobbleheads, and the crossover sports jerseys come in kids sizes too. Check out the full giveaway schedule and grab your tickets now at braves.com/promos. Atlanta Braves baseball. We are Braves country.
Now wait, we only really got the two things.
Show halftime update.
The topics.
Let's check in with Pete on the scoreboard. Stories prepared versus stories actually covered.
Talking about on the air, do everything.
The 10 stories. You have done 3.
Well, we got bogged down, with the major topics of the day.
30%.
Batting 300.
I'm not good, I tell you. Anyway,
hey, are you going to read the lyrics or am I going to read the lyrics?
Oh, yeah.
I'll clean it up.
Well,
this is what the NFL wanted you to. This is why you said you need to learn Spanish so you could, and your kids could hear these lyrics.
Yeah,
that the NFL just shoved down you and your kids' throats.
This was the song was called Negro Flow. Is that? Am I reading the right one?
Nengo Flow.
Let's have Pete read it.
Yeah.
All right, again, this
you're
is
off to a roaring start.
This is what Bad Bunny was singing in Spanish last night. Is that correct?
Is this correct there, Flounder? Is this the song?
We understand that this is what he was saying
apparently
in
this is
Spanish.
this is what I'm getting from the internet.
And we're going to have to. You're going to have to change the wording,
true,
as you know. All right, all right.
I will.
Here we go.
Yeah,
Ready?
like you just did.
It's kind of. Yes. Oh God, that was nothing compared to what's in here.
Seriously. All right. It starts off all right. Real G guiding the new generations with the OG one, galactic style lust. Yes, so that your panties get blank. Get horny and versatile, more slutty than Betty Boop. The one who's aging themselves now.
Yeah.
The one who got horny, mammy, was you. I stay killing with the you. Blank with blank, blank with blank, push it in. Blank, blank with blank, blank with blank, yes, push it in.
I think we get the
blank with blank, blank with blank, push it in.
It's the same kind of a routine.
Your blank, the different words. Your blanks rubbing my nipples, push it in. This year I don't want sluts, push it in. They see you with a lot of jewels and they want to stay, push it in. They see you really active and they want to stay, push it in. Because you look hot, push it in me completely. Really big blanks like Lourdes Chacon, really big ass like Iris Chacon, they're sisters. I don't know why I haven't seen the blank, but let's go to bed to blank you in panties.
Yeah, that's the mild version of when he was saluting his taste in music last night, the Bad Bunny at the Super Bowl.
That's not up with people. That's not Prince. That's not Tom Petty. It's not the Stones. It's not the Who.
Yeah.
It's not it's not Snoop Dogg from a few years ago. It's not any of this.
Yeah.
This is probably the most vile thing that they've ever put on the halftime.
Now the question: what now in terms of NBC? NBC aired this.
NBC's as liberal as it gets. They don't care.
Well,
they're all for the downfall of American society. They don't care.
I wonder, in fact, whether anyone actually did a translation for the producers or the network or somebody at NBC to say, by the way, this is what he's going to be saying in Spanish. Do you care? Because we have a Spanish audience.
They all knew there's enough people who speak Spanish at NBC to know exactly what these songs mean. They knew exactly which songs you were going to do. They were there when he practiced them. I'm sorry. They did this on purpose.
All right, now, let me ask you this. When that girl exposed her Farkaluka with Jason, the singer guy, on the CBS thing with the thing, CBS, didn't they pay like trillions of dollars in fines and stuff?
Yeah, and there's radio that got punished, as you remember.
But now networks, the FCC can't really do much about networks, but they can do a lot about TV stations. And if the FCC wanted to, I wonder whether they could say, all you TV stations who played this porn and these dirty, filthy words.
It's pretty bad words.
It's horrible. You can't say them in public.
Nope.
I mean, it's a colloquial term for your sex organs. I mean, you know what they are, and where their things are doing. I mean, you can't say that stuff anywhere in a public setting of any kind of decency standards. You sure can't say it on television. And in fact, I urge you go ahead and Google. I find the actual words of that song he said last night, like we got. And I'm telling you, you'll be amazed. I mean, and they said
he used the word sluts.
Yeah.
Where are the women's groups saying, what is that all about? It's very misogynistic as well.
I tell you, again, I wonder whether the TV stations have any idea. Do they care? Are they anybody reacting? Is anybody asking about this? My first question when I saw these lyrics just now, my first question was, you just heard my first question. Now, wait a minute. Who will approve this or okay this? Did they know in advance? How about the TV stations? Are they aware of this? Is this an issue? Can the FCC do something? Are they willing to? Do they want to? I mean, the whole thing.
How lame
my God.
is Betty Boop?
Yeah, Betty Boop.
That's from the 1930s.
30s or 40s or something, yeah. Cartoon character, basically. God, holy cow. I mean, this is filthy.
But society is so much better off when we do things like this, Kim. You know what it is? It's tolerance. You have to learn to be tolerant of every filth that comes down the pike, especially when your kids are watching, too. You just got to be tolerant of these perverts and their filth. You got to be.
Well, Attorney General for Civil Rights Harmeet Dillon said one of the biggest criticisms of the show was almost entirely in Spanish. Users tied to the nation's ongoing debate about illegal immigration and deportations and so forth, the harsh critics. It's just, and of course the media is going to love it. Got great reviews. It's a slap in the face to our country, including Donald Trump. Set records every day, best stock market ever, and this is what we're saluting.
You know what? Prince was a pervert, but you know what? He actually had talent, could play instruments and sing, unlike this guy, and dance, unlike this guy. And he did it in English, so we all knew exactly what he was talking about. Yeah. And he did not do it during the Super Bowl halftime show.
Well, that's the other thing. Again, if it's a World Cup and it was played in Spain or anywhere for that matter, even in here, if it's a World Cup, international stuff, and there are international flags everywhere, I can get that. But I don't understand. And Goodell, my God. Goodell said, it was astounding. Oh, what a show. Oh, man, golly.
Roger Goodell's a whore. We know that. He really is just a whore for the owner.
Does he need the money? He's got the money. He gets $50 million a year or something.
What's his job?
His wife is rich.
What's his job?
His job is to suck up to the owners.
To make money for the owners is his only job.
This is really disgusting. And again,
it's all money. He don't care about the country. He doesn't care about society. He doesn't care about doing this in front of kids. He doesn't care because he knows we'll keep watching.
Well, it's just, it's really just offensive. The whole thing is just our culture, where we're going, everything is offensive.
The culture, that's extremely offensive part of that culture, which is we have offensive parts of our culture, but that's part of theirs that's offensive. And he just blasted it around the world in front of your kids.
They're and again, like you say, what happened to the women's groups? This is really, filthy, slutty stuff about banging girls, women. It's really offensive.
Like trash, treats women like trash and property and just things to use.
Sex objects. Yep. Over and over and over and everywhere, in every place of you, ladies. Seriously. If you, read the lyrics and then tell me how you feel about this halftime show and where America's going. And then Roger Goodell and the NFL thinks this is great for America halftime, family halftime. Seriously. What about the 10 and 12 and 13-year-old kids in school who are taking Spanish?
Well, they're all looking at it today.
Damn right.
Yes.
I guarantee you, if we got it from a Stan or a Sly or Stu in the back office. I think Flounder, didn't he bring it into this thing in for you?
No, he did the Bitcoin.
The Bitcoin. The Bitcoin. I was the one who found the...
Flounder. Well, again,
there's lyrics of all his stuff now trending online. It's just all,
Well, here we go.
One bad word after the other.
Now, the Bitcoin thing was Stu brought in what on the Bitcoin? Stands.
That it is traceable.
It is traceable. Well, then how are they going to get away with it?
I don't know.
At some point, they're going to have to sell it to get their money. And when they sell it, they're going to go ding, and we know who you are now?
It shows that, once again, I don't think they knew what they were doing once they got into it.
Well, but why would they start with TV stations? If you kept it secret, she would have a lot better chance of getting away with it, although she would have gone to the FBI. But still, if you put it on TV all over the world, it changes everything. I don't know. I don't get it. I hope it's a kidnapping and she's alive and they get her back. Yes. That's our hope. But I don't think that's the case. Anyway, I hope I'm wrong. Quarter five. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. Well, more sports later. We got news. We got stuff. Got AI in the news. We haven't talked about the commercials yet. I did not like the Mike Tyson commercial. I thought it was offensive. Made me angry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Did you like anything yesterday?
I did. I like the one with the girls smashing stuff. I like that one a lot. And I like the MS girl, too. Coming back.
You've been warned. If the Dems win the midterms, the border opens back up. Impeachment comes down, and you get more riots in the streets. Now's the time to hunker down and vote red. Count on Extra 106.3 to bring you the stories that matter from the most trusted voices in the country. Proud to be Atlanta's only conservative news and talk station. Extra 106.3 FM and the Extra app.
You and your buddy. You've been through a lot with each other. The ups and the downs. He's been with you every morning, noon, and night. You've traveled the world together. Heck, he was even with you on your first big date. But have you noticed he's struggling lately? Not performing on the job. He can't even stand up straight anymore. He's wanting to cry out for help, but just doesn't know how. He needs Dr. Deal and Total Body Therapy of Georgia. They can give him the gift of good posture this year, help him stand proud and become all he was meant to be. Now, take him by the hand, look him in the eye and say, I appreciate you, little fella, and we're going to get you some help. We're going to call 404-777-1911. We're going to visit stopmyed.com. We are going to say goodbye to erectile dysfunction forever. Total Body Therapy of Georgia. It's a hard conversation to have, but it's one worth having. Total Body Therapy of Georgia. Online at stopmyed.com.
Hi, it's Los, here with Tom Mitchell, the honest car guy. Tom, you are changing the way people are buying their next pre-owned car or truck. How are you doing it?
At The Honest Car Guy, the entire process is completely transparent. You pay what we pay plus our honest fee, and we even prove it by giving you a copy of the bill of sale. We can sell you any make, any year, any model, and at The Honest Car Guy, you'll save an average of $5,000 to $10,000 depending on the price of the car.
Folks, if you want to save thousands on your next pre-owned car or truck, call 844-SHOW-ME-1. That's 844-SHOW-ME, the number 1, or honestcarguy.com.
This Valentine's Day, give a gift that says forever and a night out that says I thought of everything. Hi, I'm Jaron Solomon, and right now at Solomon Brothers, when you spend $9.99 or more, dinner at Michelin recommended Tiny Lou's is on us. Tiny Lou's is a chic French-American brasserie serving seasonally inspired French favorites, complemented by a French-focused wine list. It's intimate, retro chic, and the perfect setting for romance. So whether it's diamond studs, trendy layered necklaces, or the bracelets she's been hinting at, you're not just giving a gift. You're creating the whole evening. One stop, one perfect surprise. At Solomon Brothers, we don't just help you get Valentine's Day right. We help you earn credit for planning the whole thing in advance. Solomon Brothers Jewelers, Buckhead, Alpharetta, and Sharpsburg, helping Atlanta say I do and I love you since 1982.
Hello.
Hey, is this Mike Fitzgerald?
No, I think you have the wrong number. Wish I could help you.
Well, you could if you were Mike Fitzgerald.
Who is Mike Fitzgerald?
Mike Fitzgerald is the only realtor I'll talk to because he can sell my house fast for a great price and even in this market.
Yeah, I'm definitely not Mike Fitzgerald.
Oh, I figured that out. Because Mike Fitzgerald would have sold my house already.
Need to sell your home? You need Mike Fitzgerald from the Harry Norman Realtors team. Exclusive Georgia members of Forbes Global Properties. Learn more at MikeFitzgeraldRealty.com. That's where you'll find Mike Fitzgerald.
Riots and crime are already skyrocketing in 2026. You may already own a firearm, but before you face the financial, legal, and emotional weight of pulling the trigger, there is a different option, a smarter option. It's Byrna, B-Y-R-N-A. Byrna makes the less lethal launcher that fires tear gas and kinetic rounds designed to stop an attacker for up to 40 minutes, giving you time to escape and call for help without any deadly consequence. Their best-selling compact launcher is sleek, slim, and incredibly powerful. It's about the size of a smartphone. It's ideal for concealed carry. It's comfortable, discreet, and it fires at 400 feet per second with serious stopping power, enough to shut down a threat fast without the legal and moral complexity of lethal force. Byrna is proudly American. Over 85% of their components now are U.S. sourced, and every launcher is hand-assembled in Fort Wayne, Indiana. It's legal in all 50 states. No background checks. Ships straight to your door. So visit Byrna, BYRNA.com, and find the right launcher for you. That's Byrna.com.
Here we go. Here we go. Rock around the clock, baby. 1981, Bill Haley. Basically, the first rock and roll star. Bill Haley, singer, musician, known for the rock and roll beginning of all time. Shake, rattle, and roll. Bill Haley found dead, fully clothed, on his bed in Texas. Apparently died from a heart attack. Bill Haley was only 55. He had the British and American #1 hits, Rock Around the Clock, See You Later, Alligator, Shake, Rattle, and Roll, and Rocket 88, Skinny Minnie, Razzle Dazzle. Bill Haley was blind in his left eye. There had been a problem, and a botched operation left him blind in his left eye. So Bill Haley adopted his distinctive spit curl hairstyle to distract attention away from his left eye. I have no idea. Bill Haley died on this day, 1981. Let's see, birthday. What do you got here? Travis Tritt, country superstar with Best of Intentions. Singer Holly Johnson. Travis Tritt, 63. Holly Johnson with Frankie Goes to Hollywood, her song Relax, if you know her. Holly Johnson, 66. A couple of singer actions there. Pete Davis, let me ask you a question. In Holy Crap at Sports, are you going to be mentioning the name Mac Hollins?
Former Falcon, no, I will not.
Okay. I have a story about him, and it relates to something I wrote down in my history notes last night, which was unbelievable. First, the story. Oh, I got this thing. Hold on a second. I got the wrong one. Where is it? I got it here in a second. Come on. Hold on. I swear to God. Well, no, and don't do this to me. Okay, here we go. I got it. Okay, sorry. Now the story. Okay, New England Patriots wide receiver Mac Hollins tries to avoid wearing shoes when he's not on the football field. He showed up in California a few hours before the Super Bowl barefoot. He's 32. Mac Hollins, wide receiver, was going to the locker room wearing a face mask that was dead on Hannibal Lecter. Also handcuffs around his wrists. His feet were bare and shackled, and he was wearing a red jumpsuit with the words Range 13 on the back. This is the guy about to play in the Super Bowl. That's how he dressed going into the stadium thing there. Now, Hollins went through early warm-ups on the stadium turf on Sunday wearing the number 84 Warriors jersey. The key word being Warriors, with no cleats. The jersey was a nod apparently hinting at the 1979 cult favorite movie called The Warriors. One of the clips of the 1980s professional wrestling duo The Road Warriors became a common theme for Vrabel to show the Patriots this season, their coach. Once Vrabel ran out the unseen clips to show the team, he pivoted to the videos from the movie The Warriors. He said, I was surprised the clips resonated with the team. It's amazing what sticks. I didn't think at the time it would stuck, but here we are at the end of January, and it's still sticking. They're going to the Super Bowl. Now, on this day in history, again, he showed the clips of the movie Warriors. On this day in 1979, the Warriors came out to play when the film The Warriors opened in American theaters, and it resulted in outbreaks of violence and 3 killings involving moviegoers on their way to or from the movie. 200 theaters around the country added security personnel because of all the violence and fighting for the movie The Warriors when it came out. It would receive an X rating in France for inciting violence. The taunting line, quote, Warriors come out to play, was improvised by actor David Patrick Kelly playing an opposing gang member. Kelly was inspired by a creepy neighbor of his who used to taunt him by calling his name in a sing-songy way. The beer bottles were just litter off the street, made for $4 million. It earned $22 million and was a box office cult classic. Director Walter Hill remarked, I think the reason why there were some violent incidents is really very simple. The movie was very popular with street gangs, especially young men, a lot of whom had very strong feelings about each other. And suddenly they all went to the movies together. They looked across the aisle, and there were the guys they didn't like, and there was a lot of fighting going on. And that was in 1979, and I'm honest to goodness, on the Super Bowl, this guy Mac Hollins referred to it, dressed like it, and referred to it in the locker room as part of the coach's thing to get the team fired up. Holy moly, what a weird story.
That was one of the big midnight movies. You eat Quadrophenia, Wizards, all these Rocky Horror Picture Show, or Warriors.
Yeah.
Those are basically the big four.
But how funny is it all the gangbangers and all the punks and hoods wanted to go to the movie, and all of a sudden they're seeing their rivals, the other cost. I mean, no wonder they were asking for it. The hell, half of them never made it inside. They showed up on the sidewalk with their money in their hand. Hey, wait a minute, those are the bad guys. I mean, good Lord. And it started started in 1979. I just think that's hysterical. All right, 456. Kimber Pete and Flounder, 404-741-1230. Did you guys see any of the Turning Point Patriotic Super Bowl halftime thing? I didn't see any of it.
I was busy eating in the kitchen during the
I did
whole
not.
Did you see anything? Yeah, I didn't either. And again, they say, and now the good news is that they say millions and millions of people tuned in. And it was not exactly easy to find to watch either. So if it had been on another network station, I think it would have been a lot more. But still, I think it's going to be an exclamation point to the NFL or somebody that, not everybody was a big fan of the business, and it's just another thing to let them know.
Maybe it'll show they cut into the halftime
well,
show.
That's the other
if they
thing.
keep doing it, it'll grow.
If you were an advertiser and you were paying big bucks to be around the halftime entertainment show for your money, and millions and millions of people said, "I'm not watching," so they didn't see your commercial. I mean, that's the feedback that's going to get their attention. When the advertisers go to the sponsors and say, "Oh, now wait a minute here," and the NFL gets a report, we didn't get our money's worth. That's going to. I'll bet you next year it's going to be. We will not be a guy like this. Okay, they're going to learn from the money that came out. Anyway,
we get it.
Yeah.
We get it in 2 years.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. That's true. Anyway, Flounder's funny. Flounder's funny right here. There we go.
You guys might not like the next thing that I'm going to say, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to say it anyway. You know how two wrongs don't make a right? Have you heard that? Two wrongs don't make a right. But I think that's not complete. I think two bad things combined can be a little better. Okay, so like one bad thing is it's bad to be racist, right? I need one person to say yes. Otherwise, okay. If you guys were all racist, this would not work. So we all agree it's bad to be racist, and it's bad to be a pedophile. It's bad to be racist, bad to be a pedophile, but a racist pedophile. It's a little better. It's a little better to be a racist pedophile than just a pedophile.
Because he only picks on one.
Because at least some kids are safe, right? Look, I told you weren't going to like it, but the logic is perfect. It's a smaller subset of victims. He's not going after all the kids. Some of them are safe. Just imagine a guy in a van outside a school. He's just waiting. And then, like, the 12th Mexican kid comes out. He's like, never mind. He drives away. Isn't that better? That's better.
Oh, man. That's like the guy who did the Special Olympics.
Shane Gillis. That was a gentleman by the name of Gus Tail right there.
Gus Tail?
That's what he goes by, yeah, man. Gus Tail.
God, you're getting some great... I've never heard of these guys, and there's some very funny guys out there. I guess... Where do you hear them? Are these guys just doing gigs by themselves?
I mean, on social media, they'll come across, on my feed.
Really?
They'll kind of come across there, so.
I'll be darned. Anyway, Kimber Pete and Flounder coming up on 5 o'clock. Holy Crap at Sports, also with I'll tell you, the commercials, I did not like the Mike Tyson commercial. I didn't like it. I thought it was just cold and blah, and I didn't want to pay attention to it. I don't think it's a message to get people to eat better. It looked like it was going to freaking kill you. It looked like a monster. Anyway, all right, look out. There you go. 5 o'clock. Look out.
The Morning Extra. Every weekday morning from 6 to 10 on WFOM and W292 EV Marietta. A Dickey Broadcasting Station. Extra 106.3.
An appeal from the Guthrie family. I'm Lisa Brady, Fox News.
We are at an hour of desperation, and we need your help.
Savannah Guthrie posting a new video alone, urging the public anywhere, not just in Tucson, to report anything that might help on day 9 of the search for her 84-year-old mother, Nancy.
I wanted to come on and just share a few thoughts as we enter into another week of this nightmare.
This ahead of a deadline today, the second deadline that was set in a suspected ransom note last week. Over the weekend, the Today Show host in a video with her siblings said they had received a message and that they would pay.
That, to many people, the message on Saturday appeared to be using language that sort of played into a worst case scenario in terms of the well-being of Nancy Guthrie. This seemed to talk more very much not a best case scenario, that is obviously getting back, but a not so bad case scenario in that she said, we believe our mother is hearing these prayers. We believe our mother is out there.
Fox's Jonathan Hunt in Tucson, where the FBI and Sheriff's Department are leading an ongoing investigation. One student hospitalized, another in custody after a school shooting in Maryland. Rockville police responding to Wooten High School this afternoon.
The school was put on lockdown and a reunification center established as worried parents lined up in their cars waiting outside the school to pick up their kids.
Again, you would think that this neighborhood wouldn't have problems like this, but there's been numerous incidents and I'm not really sure how they've been handled. I don't have a good understanding.
That mother told Fox 5 DC there'd been incidents involving racist vandalism, swastikas drawn at the school, and a previous bomb threat.
Jessica Rosenthal there. America's listening to...
Following the attacks on 9/11/01, FDNY firefighter Daniel Foley assisted in the rescue and recovery efforts at Ground Zero. Daniel spent months and months searching for victims. Now, Daniel's death was the direct result of 9/11 related cancer. He leaves behind his wife, Carrie, and their children. Tunnel to Towers paid the mortgage on the family's home. Join us. Donate $11 a month to the Tunnel to Towers Foundation. Go to their website, the letter T, the number 2, the letter T.org.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. You know, the big wireless companies say they have discounts for people over 55. But unless you're willing to sit on hold and ask, you're probably paying more than you should. At Consumer Cellular, there's nothing to hunt down. We're built for people 50 plus with plans starting at just $20. And our 100% US-based customer service actually answers the phone. Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com today and get your second month free for a limited time.
Taxes, fees, and other third-party charges will apply. See website for additional details.
Let's get it together, ladies. Left shoulder, right of leg, ready on your dog target. Road guards out. Look out. It's only me. It's only the Giver with Pete Davis and Flounder and you on 106.3. How's it going? Happy Monday. Super Bowl action. It's 5:03, and here's number 404-741-1230. 741-1230. We got all the newsy stuff coming up here on the stupid kidnap. Also, I don't know whether you heard the latest thing here of a little plane crash on, let's see. Oh, no, I wrote this down, and now I can't find it.
Gainesville.
Gainesville. Yeah, it was on Brown's... well, what that crap now? I can't... Where's my freaking news note? I wrote it down and everything. Anyways, on Brown's... not Brown's Mill. I can't believe this. Where the hell did it go? I swear to God, I wrote this down and now I can't.
Well, maybe they were in a hurry.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Single engine plane, Browns Bridge Road in Gainesville, and there's a picture of it a couple of places. Apparently, ran into a couple of cars, landed mostly safely. Don't know exactly what happened. Obviously, it was a single engine plane. Hit a couple of cars. The plane was from Tennessee, and there were some minor injuries, but everybody walked away apparently, and that's very good news. But it was in Gainesville, Browns Bridge Road. Earlier today. There we go. And the kidnap thing, we kind of updated that for you here shortly ago. Ghislaine Maxwell was testifying today by remote video action, and she took the fifth the whole time. And she said that she has nothing bad to say about Donald Trump, and she can prove it, and she'd be willing to testify, but they're going to have to either give her immunity or cut her. Actually, she wants to cut her sentence. And she'll say, if you make a deal with me to get out of here, at some point, I'll tell you everything you need to know, and she can prove it. And so they're saying, nah, we don't think so. So, well, maybe I don't know whether they're going to change their mind or not. Anyway, that's just a couple of the newsy things going on here. And we got a holy crap of sports, a lot of stuff coming up about the sports activities, and including a Falcons rookie And some pretty, I assume you're going to talk about this guy at Holy Crap at Sports. Just disgusting story, really. You don't want to miss that. Commercials, Super Bowl commercials. I did not like the Mike Tyson commercial. Mike Tyson, Make America Healthy Again. I thought it was threatening and ugly and dark and dreary, and it was hardly, hey, let's all have better food and be healthy bodies kind of thing. It was just like scary, doomsday thing. I didn't like it. I didn't want to pay attention to it. He looked angry and mean, and I didn't get that at all. Who the hell decided that would be the way to go about it?
I don't know anyone talking about it besides you. I didn't even see it.
Well, they played it before. They made it a news story. It was even on the news before the game. That's why I noticed it. And even in the, I thought it was wrong in every way. I will say a couple things. Emma Stone, when she started smashing those computers, she wanted to get a domain name or something. Did you see that commercial? I didn't see a lot of the commercials. I didn't spend that much time on the game. But I did see the Emma Stone one where she was smashing those things like crazy to get they wouldn't let her get a domain name, and she was smashing. It turned me on pretty good there. And there was another one where, we're going to talk about the YouTube one too. But the other one I liked, I thought was kind of cool, was Christina Applegate. And she did a commercial to support the people trying to find a cure for MS.
Didn't see that either.
And she sat there on a couch with her legs up on the couch and kind of sitting there casually. And she said, "I'm here to talk about MS." And at the end, as I recall, she's one who said, and at the end of it, Christina Applegate just looked sweet and soft and curled up on the couch, doing her little commentary. And she said, "Have I ever been this serious before? I don't think so. Booyah!" And she got, blam! It just snarked me right out of my little thing there. I thought it was very kind of cool. Also, they did show the Budweiser commercial with the horse and the eagle on the back. And then at the end of the commercial, they actually had the Clydesdale standing there, and they had put a little platform on his back, and the eagle was on the platform on the Clydesdale's back. So that was
that was good.
Now, did you have any that you thought did you see one that you thought was emotional? I saw one. I didn't see them all, but I did see one.
I'm trying to go down my list here. Emotional.
Something that made you emotional. Did you see the one with Kylie Kelsey and his wife for YouTube TV? What did I say?
No.
Kyle Kelsey. Did I say Kylie? Kyle Kelsey.
I don't. Anytime a Kelsey comes on, I go to the kitchen.
It was a pretty good commercial. It was for YouTube TV, but it was called Meh. M-E-H. Meh.
I hate that word.
Yeah,
That's
I know,
why
me too.
Probably left.
I had Gordon Ramsay, David Blaine, Christian McCaffrey, Sarah Hughes, the former skater, Olympic champ, getting on YouTube TV.
You're telling me you don't remember Sofia Vergara slipping her feet into Skechers?
Oh, I've seen that one before. That wasn't new to me. I've seen that one, but they didn't linger enough. It was way too easy. Slip on. Well, that's not the point. Sorry.
The Trump accounts. That was cool that they got that in.
I didn't see that one.
The new for the kids, they can get Trump accounts.
What a great idea. I mean, it's an unbelievable idea. And by the way, Babylon B says that Hunter Biden's now got his own RX plan. It's called Hunter RX, and he's selling it out of a van on the side of the road to compete with Donald Trump RX. Yeah. Anyway, now the one that I saw, which did actually touch me, was Rocket and Redfin. The lost dog and the sad girl and the moving people and stuff.
Yeah, that was good.
That was very touching.
Yeah. They did that very well. That's a good idea to help you use the the door things to catch it.
Won't you be my neighbor? Well, he really hit the mark. Serious commercial, and then using dog pictures and stuff nationwide to try to find lost dogs. And the girl was sad.
Door chime
and new neighbors and stuff. It was just really, really touching. Very touching. Rocket and Redfin.
I want to see that new Steven Spielberg movie coming out in June, the Disclosure Day about UFOs. That should be pretty good.
Good. I missed that, but I heard something about it. Can you describe it? I missed it.
No, I can't describe it. It's just Spielberg doing alien stuff. But
cool.
It looks like it's a lot of stuff you don't like. E.T. a little bit, but more weird.
It's going to be good. Let's see what else we got here. I didn't really.
Matthew McConaughey and Bradley Cooper yelling at each other.
That offends me. He's yelling out the car, just going hurt like that. I mean, that just made me. It was horrible.
It's very smart the way they're tying food in with all the football
Uber
plays,
Eats,
like he scrambles and all that stuff.
Uber Eats.
And the Dunkin', everyone's saying the Dunkin' one was creepy. I didn't like the one last year, the Dunkin' Donuts with all of the 90s stars, and they had, the
I didn't
Friends,
see
and
this
Jennifer
one
Aniston
this year.
shows up at the end and says, "D's nuts."
Yeah. Well, that was clever. Is
That's
what they
amusing.
Did. Yeah, but not. What was this one? I didn't see this one.
It was a bunch of the AI was changing all their faces to make them look young again, like it was the 90s.
Jennifer
again.
Aniston, Matt LeBlanc,
and all
Jason
of them.
Alexander, Jasmine Guy.
And it was creepy.
Ted Danson. Oh, I see. So they made him look like AI was using what's that got to do with Dunkin' Donuts, I wonder?
Nothing. And it doesn't make me want to go to Dunkin' because I'm a Krispy Kreme man. But George Clooney doing Grubhub blew my mind.
Oh,
George
I didn't
Clooney
see
doing
that.
Grubhub.
Really? Like he needs to go to Grubhub to deliver his things or what? Well, cool.
But the best one was Xfinity, where they went back and showed what would have happened in Jurassic Park if Xfinity was running the computers, and everything would have stayed online, and it would have been a wonderful experience for everybody.
See, I missed that one too. Well, that's all right anyway. Now, overall, the feedback I've read on social media and in the news and so forth has been pretty milquetoast or almost pathetic about the reaction to not only the game but also the commercials.
Yeah,
Would you say that's about right?
It's not like it used to be. I don't know why they can't. Have they run out of ideas? Because they've run out of ideas for TV shows and movies. Maybe there's just nobody anymore with any talent that can write.
Well, I don't get. I mean, even now the Clydesdale, the Budweiser commercial was cute and was nice, but it wasn't it wasn't as good as the Lost Dog and they guard him from the wolves and stuff like that. And also, the streaker, the sheep or the whatever it was streaking in front of the cows or something. Wish I hadn't seen that. I mean, I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of fun. In fact, even more than that, I did put in my DVR library the show that they played over the weekend of the best Super Bowl commercials, which ran before the Super Bowl yesterday, and they had a whole bunch of them. Like, for example, the Trunk Monkey, is one of my favorites of all time. Also, the monkeys at work, where they're jumping up and down on the charts and stuff. Yes. I mean, there's some very, very funny commercials.
They're afraid to do anything now.
The number one TV commercial of all time. If I had to ask you, not only Super Bowl, the number one TV commercial of all time. Anything pop in your head, Pete Davis?
Not the Apple one.
Nope. Flounder. Any number, the best TV commercial of all time. Anything pop into your head?
Where's the beef?
Terry Tate, office linebacker.
Yeah, that's
They showed that again on the show that was over the weekend. That's right, Mitch. That's not a business call, Brad. And he's tackling the women or walking down. Bam! And just disappear into the desk. I mean, freaking hysterical. How you doing, Marge? God, that's got to be. And that one, and showing using notes by bow and arrow like the old days. The guy gets one in the chest. Oh, there's a meeting now. Anyway, all right, 14 of us. Kimber, Pete, and Flounder. Holy crap! It's sports. We got tweets, we got funnies, and we got you too. Happy Monday. How's it going? Look out.
Support the advertisers and partners that share your values. Give our extra advertisers the first shot to earn your business. They will deliver for you every time and support the extra community like no one else. Connect with all of our partners online at extra1063.com.
Hey, it's getting warmer. Sunshine Stovall and Company, wholesale landscaping supply. Man, they're going to get busy and busy. So if you're a builder and contractor stuff, you need things like, planting stuff and trees and shrubs and flowers and seeds and sod, sprinkler systems, irrigation systems. There's stuff for an outdoor kitchen or maybe a fireplace by the pool or stuff like that. Well, Paul and the boys, a family business, and if you need it right now, I'm telling you, it's on. They do go above it. It's on the way, and because their name's on the on the business, Stovall and Company, quality stuff, getting there right now. And if you need something special and they don't have it, they'll actually tell you where else to get it. You'll love these guys. StovallInc.com.
When it comes to luxury, performance, and cutting-edge technology, few brands do it better than Cadillac.
And there's no better place to experience Cadillac than Jim Ellis Cadillac, where buying a luxury vehicle is just as refined as the vehicle itself.
From the bold Escalade to the sleek XT5, the powerful CT5, and the electrifying new Lyriq, you'll find an impressive selection ready to go.
That means more choices, more availability, and competitive pricing, all with the transparent, no-pressure approach Jim Ellis is known for.
And with the Jim Ellis Expressway, you can start your purchase online. Value your trade, schedule a test drive, even complete paperwork from home.
It's luxury car buying made simple and convenient on your terms. Or shop in person and enjoy a professional, welcoming dealership experience that puts you first.
To get started, visit JimEllisCadillac.com or stop by the Jim Ellis Cadillac dealership on Peachtree Boulevard, just inside the perimeter.
Jim Ellis Cadillac, where you can always expect the best.
If you've been waiting for the right time to upgrade your home's comfort, this is it. Central Heating and Air Conditioning is proud to announce the 29th annual Winter White Sale, and it's our lowest pricing of 2026. For a limited time, everything is on sale. Heating and cooling systems and complete home performance solutions with rebates and discounts up to $2,300. Are you dealing with hot or cold spots in your home? Energy bills that just keep climbing? Or unhealthy indoor air affecting your family's comfort? Central has the solution. As your trusted carrier partner, they install industry-leading carrier systems backed by strong warranties and peace of mind that comes with proven performance and efficiency. With 79 years experience, Central Heating and Air Conditioning knows how to design comfort solutions that work, not just today, but for years to come. This is your chance to save big during Central's 29th annual Winter White Sale, but it won't last long. Central Heating and Air Conditioning, delivering carrier comfort for the world we share.
We're smart, we care. We're Central Heating and Air.
So, you had a long day. You decided to stop for a cocktail on the way home. The next thing you know, you had one too many and you just got pulled over. You need A Second Chance bail bonds. A Second Chance can get you or a loved one out of jail quickly, in most cases, in a matter of hours. A Second Chance bail bonds. It's better to know us and not need us than need us and not know us. Get help now. Call 404-BAIL-OUT. That's 404-BAIL-OUT or contact them online at atlbail.com.
Thousands of veterans across Georgia are missing out on the benefits they've earned through their service. The Warrior Alliance is changing that by connecting veterans and their families to life-changing resources and support. Tune into the Warrior Alliance Network, our podcast and radio show dedicated to helping veterans succeed after service. Join us every Saturday at 11 a.m. on 106.3 to hear inspiring veteran stories, discover free programs, and learn about career opportunities available to you. Subscribe to the Warrior Alliance YouTube channel today.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. After my husband died, the last thing I wanted to think about was money. Ethos made it affordable to get life insurance. Signing up was fast and 100% online. I knew that I could pay our mortgage and have food in the fridge. I could focus on my kids. No one ever tells you how much you're going to depend on that policy. I am so grateful we had coverage.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/save. That's ethos.com/save. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
If you have a $5 bill, get it out, take a look at it. Abraham Lincoln on the cover. It was on this day in 1864 that he posed for the portrait for the $5 bill. And now sponsored by Gligman's Flams. You need Flams, you need Gligman's. Holy crap at sports with Pete Davis.
And he posed nude. They had the AI in all the hat.
Totally naked. It was incredible. Fake beard. It was brutal.
As expected, the Seahawks manhandled the Patriots to win a rather lackluster and mostly boring Super Bowl 29-13. May I remind you that my first prediction 2 weeks ago was 28-14.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Seattle running back Kenneth Walker III, not to be confused with the first or second of the upcoming fourth.
No.
Named the MVP, he rushed for 135 yards. New England quarterback Drake May did look injured in his shoulder and played like it. He had a shot beforehand. You know, they had to give him, shoot him up. Didn't work. The Seahawks are the first team ever to win a Super Bowl without committing a turnover for the entire postseason.
Whoa, I hadn't realized that.
Pretty cool. Seahawks defensive coordinator Clint Kubiak taking the Raiders head coaching job. He announced that last night, too. And like how the Cowboys built their 90s dynasty on the back of the Herschel Walker trade, the Seahawks have done the same with what they got back on the Russell Wilson trade. They used that very well.
And by that little running back, man, I mean, tell you, that's that little scat back, little fire plug, man, what an incredible performance. Hell, his first 2 runs were like 40 and 60 yards or something. It was unbelievable.
No, they weren't.
I'm telling you, the first 2 things, they were like 24 yards apiece. It was unbelievable.
That's a lot different than 60 yards.
Well, 60 or 20.
Yeah. I guess that the other one that Don Quixote was handing it off to him?
That's a true story.
Fictional things. You've been doing the opium. That's what you've been doing. Hallucinating entire games, entire possible. Seasons. How cool was it to be the winning coach of the Super Bowl and be interviewed by your high school classmate? Mike McDonald found himself talking to NBC's Maria Taylor. They went to Centennial High right here in Metro Atlanta.
She even said, I've known him for 25 years. I thought, oh, my God, how did that come about? And then you find out. Pretty cool. Yeah. And by the way, she towers over him, too.
Oh, yeah.
Man.
Girl. She's very good, too.
She's great, very clever and sweet and nice and opinionated and clever. Yeah, I like her.
New England fans not happy with rapper Drake. The Toronto native bet $1 million on the Patriots, which for a lot of fans is equal to putting a curse on the team because Drake has previously lost a combined $1 million bet on the Mavericks to win the NBA title and Edmonton to win the Stanley Cup, while also dropping $565,000 on Tyson Fury to win his undisputed heavyweight boxing showdown with Alexander Usyk. And, of course, Fury lost on points.
Oh, boy. Well...
Yeah, if he bets for your team, run for the hills. Yeah. He's also showed up and bet on the Blue Jays and made fun of Shohei Ohtani on social media.
Oh, no. He put his money in the wrong place there. Yeah.
Don't poke the bear. Don't poke the bear. Brave superstar Ronald Acuna Jr. was on the stage for the halftime show. He was in a good time. Pedro Pascal, there's a whole bunch of people up there. Marcel Ozuna has signed with the Pirates after 6 years here in Atlanta, signing for 1 year, $12 million. So he's gone. Right. Meanwhile, the falconing has begun anew. Of course, it's Super Bowl week, so of course the Falcons are going to do something. Falcons pass rusher James Pierce Jr. just a few days ago was up for awards. Arrested in Miami for allegedly attacking his WNBA player girlfriend and running his car into a police officer. He's charged with 5 felonies. Say the 6'5", 243-pound Pierce crashed his vehicle, which was a Lamborghini, into the one driven by Rakia Jackson several times. Also struck a police officer with his car while trying to evade arrest. They had got him on Saturday charged with aggravated battery with a deadly weapon, aggravated stalking, aggravated battery of a law enforcement officer. That's a lot of aggravation that he's going to be going through because of that.
That's serious.
And then he resisted when they grabbed him. He ran from them. And then he started resisting from them. Yeah.
That can't be probation territory there. This is serious crime jail
he's
stuff
suspended
here.
For he can be suspended for a season.
Oh, at least.
Or worse. So here's the question to the Falcons. The Falcons are doing their diligence right now. They're doing the right thing. They're figuring out what's going on before they make any rash decisions. But would you keep him on the team if this is true?
I don't know
10.5 sacks.
I don't know how. Well, that's the other guy. No matter how good he is. I mean, you can't do that. Running into a cop, beating up your girlfriend.
Somebody else will pick him up.
Yeah. No, I don't know what to tell you.
He got out of jail last night on a $21,000 bond, which seems a little low. The 24-year-old Jackson plays for the L.A. Sparks. Told police she saw Pierce coming at her with a Lamborghini SUV Saturday morning. When she stopped at a red light, he got out of his car and tried to open her car door right there on her driver's side. She accelerated and started driving toward the Doral Police Department. Pierce re-entered his vehicle and followed her. During the drive to the station, Pierce intentionally collided into the rear of her vehicle several times. As she got to the intersection at the police station, Pierce cut her off with his car, and when she attempted to back out and get away, he used his car to collide with hers head on. He could have killed so many people on those roads. He could have killed the police officer. The police officer could have shot, and frankly, they should have tasered him.
Yeah.
He, as big as he is and what he had been doing, they should have tasered him at least. And if they'd shot him, it wouldn't have been any scratch on my back because he deserved it at that point.
Wow. That's unbelievable.
When police arrived, they found the 22-year-old Pierce standing outside his car. Officer pulled a gun, ordered him to get on the floor. Pierce got back in his car and closed the door. Officer opened the door. Pierce shut it again, locked it, and drove away. The SUV struck an officer in his left knee as he pulled away. They followed him in several cars. He crashed at an intersection. Could have killed somebody there. He then got out of his car and ran. Then he tensed his arms and wouldn't allow the officers to apprehend him when they finally caught up with him. Jackson told police she and Pierce dated for 3 years, recently ended their relationship. Jackson blocked Pierce's phone number to avoid contact with him, but he used an alternate number to text her. Friday afternoon text from Jackson told Pierce to leave her alone. She wanted nothing more to do with him. So the Falcons issued a statement Saturday night saying they're gathering more info. If you want more info, do not bother going to AtlantaFalcons.com, though. It's like this has never happened. Pierce, who finished third in AP NFL Defensive Rookie of the Year voting at NFL Honors last Thursday, set the Falcons' rookie record with a team-leading 10.5 sacks. If found guilty of just attacking the police officer, he is facing years in a Florida prison.
Yeah.
On just that. Welcome to Atlanta, Kevin Stefanski. Only a Falcon falconing during the Super Bowl weekend could manage to knock the actual Super Bowl off the top news on ESPN.com's NFL coverage.
Yeah, I remember the last time in the 90s. Down in Miami.
Which one was that?
Yeah, which one? Yeah.
Yeah. How about the guy who picked up the Christian Player of the Year award, or Man of the Year award?
Father of the Year, yeah.
And it was still in his car when he was arrested trying to solicit a female Miami, just a few blocks away from our hotel.
And then his performance.
For the media hotel.
Performance the next day.
Eugene Robinson kept up the entire defensive backfield and a lot of the defense up all night, holding his hand and making sure he was okay. And then they were dog-tired the next night.
They looked like it
and
the next
Broncos,
day.
rolled them.
That's right.
Yeah. Georgia, you should have been in that tent after that loss.
I can't imagine.
Going back to that tent.
Thank you.
And there was very few people in there, and everybody was just looking at each other going, can you just believe our first Super Bowl and that idiot did that? Yeah, it's falconing. Georgia quarterback Gunnar Stockton signing a new NIL deal, so he's staying in Athens. The 8th place Hawks are in 5th place Minnesota tonight. You flying up there for the game?
Well, Quantisha's got a little suite set aside, so I'm going to try to get up there. I got to get back early tomorrow, though, so we'll try and get a flight.
Hope you get past the roadblocks. The U.S. women's hockey team is spanking the Swiss Misses right now. It was 5-0 last time I looked. And our mixed curling team is in the finals. Skier Lindsey Vonn has a broken leg after falling just 13 seconds into her run at the Olympics. Another surgery, too. Her dad says it's over as far as he's concerned. So we'll see. Her right ski pole caught a flag, spun her around, sent her crashing feet first and tumbling down the hill. I thought she'd broke both ankles, at least, the way she hit. It took 30 minutes to airlift her off the mountain. She was screaming. It was not a pretty sight.
I feel bad for her. I think it's terrible, but she never. I don't know why she competed with a torn.
Why wouldn't she?
Well, because there's no way.
Because it's her last shot.
I don't think she could have.
She's a competitor.
Well, that's not the point. Well,
it is. It's the Olympics. Wouldn't you do anything to be in the Olympics again?
Not if I'm going. I'm going to not be able to do it if I can't do my job. No, but I definitely
she was doing just fine until that was a bad luck thing that her pole hit that flag. I don't know if that had anything to do with her knee.
All right, fine.
On that. All right, okay. I'm glad we worked that out.
That's good by me.
Kumbaya.
I'm going to call her tonight and tell her I'm sorry and said a bad thing about her when she knows the business being up there. Save herself.
Right. Okay. The drone shots where they follow the downhill skiers we talked about is the coolest thing I've seen so far.
That's so
90
cool.
miles an hour and that thing flying behind you.
Love it.
By the way, there's an Italian speed skater, pretty cute, named Francesca Lollobrigida.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
As in Gina. I'll be darned.
I don't know if she's related, but we'll see.
That's cool.
And to those so-called American athletes who are finding it hard to represent their country because they don't like President Trump, I hope you fail miserably at your events, and I hope you fall. To criticize your country while overseas is akin to treason in my book. Lose your passport, stay there. You've had your whole life to live in this country that's given you the opportunity to do this. If you don't like the president, tough. Yeah. He'll be gone in a few years, and you can get another one. But you sit there and bash your country overseas, screw you.
It's wrong. It's wrong in every way.
That hot Dutch speed skater, Jutta Leerdam, damn, you're leering, won a gold medal, which made her boyfriend boxer Jake Paul cry up in the stands.
Apparently she set a record, I think, too. Some athlete there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Legs
Former
like a
Raiders
frog.
and Saints quarterback Derek Carr will consider coming out of retirement for the Fright team. I said Fright team. If his arm is still attached to his shoulder, maybe he could be the Falcons' new Kirk Cousins and could come in with another sore right arm or something
Well,
like
we
that.
probably got
Not tell anybody.
An extra $30 million laying around, probably, sure.
Our quote of the day comes from Ocho Cinco, Chad Johnson.
Uh-oh.
Says he only dates women with 2 kids. Why is that?
I'll bet it's because it keeps her so busy that she can't bother him when he wants to be alone.
He says, women with no kids have no food in the pantry, no snacks, and they always want to go out to eat.
All
right.
You want to hear
this?
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. And I got one for you after that, too. Please, go ahead. Sorry.
On this date, 1540, the first recorded horse race in England at Ruddy Fields in Chester. 1895, William Morgan presents his new sport, Mintonette, to the world at Springfield College, Massachusetts. What is Mintonette? What do we call it now?
Badminton?
Volleyball.
I'll be darned.
1900, Dwight Davis establishes a new tennis trophy, the Dwight Cup.
No, I don't. I got the camera there.
1951, St. Louis Browns signed pitcher Satchel Paige at age 45. 20 years later, Satchel becomes the first Negro League player elected to the Baseball Hall of Fame. 2006, Al Michaels joins NBC's Sunday Night Football with John Madden. That's pretty cool there.
Yeah.
And let's see.
I got 2 more.
All right, birthdays, 1925, Vic Wertz, all-star in the 40s and 50s for the Tigers and Indians, born in York, Pennsylvania. Why do we remember Vic Wertz?
I had his bat. I used to have his baseball bat when I was in Little League. I'm not making that up because
that's not why the rest of the world remembers it, Cameron.
I think, didn't you Wertz Radio Company or something like that?
Nope. No. There was Vic's long drive to center field. 1954 World Series allowed Willie Mays of the New York Giants make what is known as the catch.
The catch.
In the Polo Grounds. And if you watch that on film, you're thinking there's no way he's getting to that.
He spun around. He got it, and he spun around on the ground to throw it and went through it back and everything. Wasn't that the one? Where he corkscrewed himself into the... Yeah, what's the catch?
Threw it back a second, I believe.
Outstanding. Yeah. And by the way, I got 2 more sports update things and a birthday coming up after this little cowbonga for Pete Davis. And the later... Oh, geez, we got so much more coming up, including my meatloaf. And we got to find out... It's all coming up.
I would do the Bud Wilkinson birthday, but you wouldn't listen, so I didn't...
No, see, I missed it. I'll do it tomorrow, though. I'll hear it in the morning. I'll look out 5:32 or something. Very funny.
Fighting the communists with truth every day on the only conservative news and talk station in Atlanta. Extra 106.3 FM and the Extra app.
Ain't nothing beats the cozy comfort of a warm fireplace on a cool Georgia night. Tug here for Chimney Solutions. But before you light that fire, make sure the chimney's clean, safe, and ready with my friends at Chimney Solutions. Did you know that a dirty and damaged chimney could lead to dangerous carbon monoxide leaks or even chimney fires? Don't take that chance. Chimney Solutions certified technicians use state-of-the-art equipment to ensure your home and family are protected. Chimney Solutions, keeping Georgia homes safe, warm, and beautiful for over 25 years.
This Valentine's Day, give a gift that says forever and a night out that says I thought of everything. Hi, I'm Jaron Solomon, and right now at Solomon Brothers, when you spend $9.99 or more, dinner at Michelin recommended Tiny Lou's is on us. Tiny Lou's is a chic French-American brasserie serving seasonally inspired French favorites, complemented by a French-focused wine list. It's intimate, retro chic, and the perfect setting for romance. So whether it's diamond studs, trendy layered necklaces, or the bracelet she's been hinting at, you're not just giving a gift. You're creating the whole evening. One stop, one perfect surprise. At Solomon Brothers, we don't just help you get Valentine's Day right. We help you earn credit for planning the whole thing in advance. Solomon Brothers Jewelers, Buckhead, Alpharetta, and Sharpsburg, helping Atlanta say I do and I love you since 1982.
Hey, this is Matt from East Cobb. We basically bought our house from our in-laws. It was my wife's childhood home. One of the issues that we've had when we first moved in was our dog in our backyard. It was extremely shaded, could never grow grass back there. We resodded it twice. So ATL Turf Co. did an amazing job with our backyard transformation. They basically created a miniature golf hole. We have a miniature fairway. We also have a miniature little putting green. Consists of about 4 holes, total about 40 yards, so you can definitely work on your short game and your putting. After that transformation that ATL Turf Co. did for us, my father-in-law came and saw his house the way it looked after the fact of we had a putting green and a miniature golf course. Sure enough, he did the same thing with ATL Turf Co. He has a beautiful backyard, wonderful stonework, drainage, and a beautiful practice area for chipping and putting. Check him out online at atlturfco.com.
Hey Atlanta, it's Mark from Atlanta Safe House. It's 2026 and it's going to be a great year. So let's start the year off with a quiz. So what's the difference in a criminal and a socialist Democrat? Well, a criminal wants to steal your stuff, but a socialist Democrat wants to steal your freedom. So let's talk about safes. The Atlanta Safe House has the largest selection of safes in the Southeast. Brands like Browning, Champion, and Fort Knox. With over 500 safes in stock, we are the place to buy a safe. So come by the showroom or go to atlantasafehouse.com.
I enjoy a good night's sleep, and I like to breathe while I'm sleeping. My wife appreciates that, too. That's why I wear a CPAP. You want the right machine. You want expert advice. You want all the supplies that go with it. You get it all at CPAPs, etc. in Alpharetta. Machines, masks, tubing, filters, cleaning supplies, all of it, and they ship nationwide. Walk-ins, by the way, are welcome. CPAPs, etc. Alpharetta, CPAPsetc.com.
Hi, it's Los, here with Tom Mitchell, the Honest Car Guy. Tom, you are changing the way people are buying their next pre-owned car or truck. How are you doing it?
You know, Los, we found a better way for customers to buy a car. An honest way, a very transparent way. You pay what we pay plus our honest fee.
How do you prove that?
We even prove it to you by giving you a copy of the bill of sale at the end of the deal.
How much can people save when they buy their next vehicle with the Honest Car Guy?
I've saved people upwards of $20,000 and $30,000. I mean, it really depends on the year, the make, the model of the car, and the price of the car. You know, on a $15,000 car, I can't save you $20,000. We can probably save you $2,000 or $3,000, but it's through the course of the whole sale. The big one here that people don't realize, the financing. You go into the dealership, they tell you your rate's 9%, or really it's probably 7% because they're allowed to make 2 points on there. The Honest Car Guy, you'll save an average of $5,000 to $10,000 depending on the price of the car.
Folks, if you want to save thousands on your next pre-owned car or truck, try the Honest Car Guy. Call 844-SHOW-ME-1. That's 844-SHOW-ME1 or honestcarguy.com.
Hello. Hey, is this Mike Fitzgerald?
No, I think you have the wrong number. Wish I could help you.
Well, you could if you were Mike Fitzgerald.
Who is Mike Fitzgerald?
Mike Fitzgerald is the only realtor I'll talk to because he can sell my house fast for a great price and even in this market.
Yeah, I'm definitely not Mike Fitzgerald.
Oh, I figured that out because Mike Fitzgerald would have sold my house already.
Need to sell your home? You need Mike Fitzgerald from the Harry Norman Realtors team. Exclusive Georgia members of Forbes Global Properties. Learn more at MikeFitzgeraldRealty.com. That's where you'll find Mike Fitzgerald.
From the latest breaking news to the conservative voices you know and trust, your best new follow on social media is Extra 1063. We're at XTRA 1063 on Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, Threads, and LinkedIn, and pretty much any social media you scroll through every day. And we drop exclusive giveaways, new daily content, and the latest breaking news from Georgia and across this great nation. Interact with your favorite Extra personalities. Get the latest on our live events and so much more. Follow at Extra 1063 across all your social media and keep up with Atlanta's only conservative voice.
It's all screams, baby. The Beatles. It was on this day. This recording doesn't do it justice. Nobody in the audience could hear anything. It was all screaming girls. The Beatles' first appearance on the Ed Sullivan Show, everybody watched on this day in 1964. Now, and by the way, hold on, Mike. This will take a second. Mike's coming right up, talk about the Super Bowl stuff. In the audience, or actually on the side of the stage, was an actor named Davy Jones. Davy Jones was there because he was part of the cast of the movie Oliver. Davy Jones played the Artful Dodger. He had not yet been part of the member of the Monkees, hadn't been formed yet. Davy Jones, the actor, was on the side of the stage. He said, I watched the Beatles from the side. I saw the girls going crazy, and I said to myself, this is it. I want a piece of that, unquote Davy Jones before the Monkees. Now, Ed Sullivan, before the restless crowd at 8:12 Eastern Time, tried to introduce his next act, but he stopped and extended his arms to try to get people to be quiet. It didn't work. It took forever. And finally, he said, here's a very amusing little magician we saw in Europe. Let's have a nice hand for Fred Capps. Fred Capps had to be setting a record as the guy who had to go on after the Beatles. he said he referred magicians around the world, everything was true, but the hardest act in the history of show business had to be that guy. After the 8 minutes before, he said, ladies and gentlemen, the Beatles, and everybody went nuts. Now, one more thing. At the end of the show, the Beatles played All My Lovin', and they showed the reaction of the audience. The first reaction shot showed a teenage girl basically passing out, hyperventilating. At the end of it, they played She Loves You, and the place went nuts. 16 seconds of music broadcast on American television, a sequence that still sends chills down the spine a century later for what happened in the audience when they went to that thing was just astounding. And Ed Sullivan couldn't get control afterwards. Anyway, sorry for the linking. Mike, you're on the radio. Thanks for holding, sir. What do you think? How'd you enjoy the Super Bowl weekend, sir?
I didn't watch the halftime show, but the commercials, I've got to agree with you. They just weren't there this year.
You know,
they weren't. The Budweiser commercial, that was cool.
Yeah.
Patriotic.
Yeah. Got
back to their roots.
Yeah.
A lot better than when they tried to sell tranny fluid with Mulvaney.
Oh, yeah. You know, honestly, I didn't watch them all, and I've been reading stories about them and so forth, and obviously, you know, but it seemed to me that it was clickbait. Most of it, I really almost couldn't follow it, and it was like the new modern thing where, you know, these reels pop up on your phone, and boom, bam, pow, and it just left me, you know, needing more. I was underwhelmed by the ones I saw. With the one, you know, the one of the sad one with the rocket and Redfin and found the little lost doggy, stuff like that. But mostly, you know, and I did kind of enjoy the mid one a little, just because it was a guy and his wife and it was kind of cute. But again, nothing, you know, the only one that really stood out was the one with the lost doggy that they found her. And other than that, I don't remember laughing at anything. Usually, they make you laugh and guffaw. Yeah.
I didn't enjoy it in the halftime show. I refused to watch it.
Yeah. I didn't want to give it. I was afraid that there might be some way that they could measure my signals, so I didn't want to be part of any rating thing to watch any of the halftime show, which is probably stupid on my part.
Right? No, I like your thinking. I love the show. Keep it up.
Thank you, Mike. Very nice to talk to you, sir. I appreciate it. 542, Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder.
You know, it's the Olympics. It's time to bring back our old friend here.
It's our Olympic Muskie. It's the Olympic Oli. What was his name? I forgot his name.
Izzy.
What is it?
Izzy. What's he? Yeah,
what is it? I just noticed it looks like he's holding a red rocket in his hand.
It does
here,
look like that. Or a red
like
something.
A dog's red rocket?
Yeah, like a poodle of some kind.
What's he doing here?
That's on the track. Let's see. By the way, we have a sports birthday here, Pete Davis. Irina Slutskaya. Famous Russian skater, 50 years old today, Irina Slutskaya. And, hold on a second. I got to collect myself.
Go cut your cock off.
Our birthday list includes Ziyi Zhang. Ziyi Zhang is 47. She was that little magnificent angel in Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, Memoirs of a Geisha, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, Rush Hour 2, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, House of Flying Daggers, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. Yeah, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, where she fought that man. She fought that man until she couldn't fight him anymore, and she surrendered. God, was she a little dish. That was 25 years ago, I think. Crouching Tiger. Anyway, phone call, Flounder, is that what you tell me?
Yeah, Marty, he wants to tell you he thought it was a mediocre Super Bowl.
Marty, welcome aboard, sir. What do you think, please? Yes, sir.
Yeah, again, mediocre. From the game, commercials, halftime show, it was just, it was just passing time, really. And I got on Twitter in the middle of it, and, it was going back and forth between the halftime show, the TP USA. To be honest with you, you can go either way with those halftime shows.
Yeah.
What really got me, I know there was a lot of complaining about the alternate halftime show, but what really got me was that what about the alternate national anthem? I mean, people don't realize every single game you have to sing an alternate national anthem.
Yeah, I don't like that either. It's like, it's just weak. It's our country has a national anthem, and that's our national anthem. I mean, seriously, why? If they do that, then why shouldn't they do one for Polish people or the new Asian community? We have, the new Hispanic community. Good point. You're absolutely right. I agree with that. And it's not to say that we don't appreciate other cultures, but that's not the point. It's a national anthem. Where did it say all of a sudden sporting? How come everybody doesn't do it? And why should they? I mean, it's just wrong. It's just forcing things that aren't part of the natural system. It's a national anthem, not the national anthem plus other national anthems that you can do instead. It's like a Kwanzaa. Kwanzaa's not a religious Christmas holiday. Kwanzaa was made up by a guy who was in the riots in Los Angeles. And by the way, it's also known, Kwanzaa is known as an alternative to Christmas. Alternative to Christmas. And this other national anthem is an alternative to the Star-Spangled Banner.
If you want to hear other national anthems, watch the Olympics.
Well, yeah, or World Soccer Games or something. I mean, there
you go.
Yeah,
right there.
Yeah, thanks, man. I appreciate it. Nice guy. 5:45. Kim Repeat and Flounder. How you doing? It's all good. Let's see. I'll come back. We got a break here, but you mentioned your quote of the day, or I think you did. If you still have that handy.
Yeah, but don't call me handy.
Oh, thank you so much. Anyway, I got another quote to you from my friend Milton, who sends me stuff on my Facebook message things, which is also kind of a funny thing coming up. Kevin Payne Flounder, 5:46, and we're almost done. Oh my God, I can't believe it. It's coming up on 6, man. Jeez.
If you listen to Extra, share it with a friend. It's how we grow and how we can reach everyone in the Atlanta community that believes in the American way of life. If you value the station, help us grow by telling someone about the Extra 106.3 app.
Ready to sell your home fast and for top dollar? Trust Design to Sell. Staging and interior design experts recognized as one of the top 10 staging companies in the nation. From stylish redesigns to full-service staging, Design to Sell creates spaces buyers fall in love with. Faster sales, better offers. That's the power of great design. Call 678-505-1433 or visit homedesign2sell.com and ask for the fan special.
Matt, where does confidence actually come from?
Well, Brooke, most people think it's about faking it or achieving more. But real confidence starts with something simpler, self-awareness.
So how do you know if you're self-aware? And more importantly, how do you increase it?
That's where our image process comes in at howpeopleseeyou.com.
Is that the same process made famous by casting director Sam Christensen from MASH?
Yeah, and today it's helping corporate professionals show up with clarity and authenticity, because confidence starts when who you are matches how you're seen. Learn more at howpeopleseeyou.com and sign up for a free preview event. That's howpeopleseeyou.com.
For a lot of drivers, the question isn't, should I buy a Toyota? It's, where should I buy it? Because the dealership matters long after the paperwork is signed. My good friends at Marietta Toyota, well, they've built their reputation the right way. Trust, consistency, and of course, most importantly, taking care of the neighbors and customers for over 50 years, proudly serving the Marietta area since 1975. You get real selection, straightforward answers, and a team that respects your time. Here's the difference most dealerships don't include. Every new Toyota comes with our nationwide lifetime powertrain warranty. That's valid for unlimited time and unlimited mileage for as long as you own your Toyota. That's long-term confidence backed by Toyota quality and supported by a full team here after the sale with service and genuine Toyota parts on Cobb Parkway South. It's time for you to visit Marietta Toyota on Cop Parkway South, about 3 miles north of Truist Park. Marietta Toyota. We've been here, and we'll be here for you.
Nationwide lifetime powertrain warranty included with every new Toyota purchase. See dealer for coverage details, exclusions, and requirements.
Gentlemen, listen up. When it's not hard, it's really hard. Did you know that 50% of men over 50 have some form of ED? It's true, and I'm one of them. ED followed me everywhere. Heck, even my initials are ED. I'm Dr. Eric Deal from Total Body Therapy of Georgia, and I know ED. It can lead to feelings of embarrassment, stress, and sadness. But there's good news. I can fix it. I fixed mine, and I can fix yours too. At Total Body Therapy of Georgia, we are experts in the P-shot, testosterone replacement, regenerative therapy, Trimix to create an erection, and more. Guys, ED won't get better on its own, but I can help you today. Call us at 404-777-1911. That's 404-777-1911, or learn about us more online at tbtofga.com. So take it from me, ED, Dr. Eric Deal at Total Body Therapy of Georgia. Call 404-777-1911 or online at tbtofga.com.
Need advice on getting things fixed up around the house? No matter how big or small that project is, we've got your answers. Listen to us on the All Four Seasons Home Show presented by the Trusted Toolbox. Join Dan Watkins, owner of All Four Seasons Garage Entry Doors and Windows, and me, Chris Lalamia, your favorite handyman from the Trusted Toolbox, as we tackle all the issues, fixes, and honeydew projects around your home. Join us every Saturday morning at 9 a.m. or grab the podcast anytime on the Extra 106.3 app.
February is Heart Health Month, and heart problems don't care what month it is, and everybody knows somebody with a heart issue, a parent, maybe you, maybe me, and you have health insurance, so you're covered, right? And, well, maybe until you see the out-of-pocket costs, insurance doesn't pay. If a heart attack or stroke hits, you're suddenly staring at deductibles and missed paychecks, mortgages due, bills don't take sick days. You don't need a second heart attack from opening the mail. Well, nobody wants to start a GoFundMe either to get back on your feet. That's why our listeners now have added a separate heart and stroke plan. It can pay a lump sum cash benefit on the first covered event up to $75,000 paid directly to you. Benefits vary by plan and eligibility. It's usually affordable. You can call Stephen to get the details. It takes about 2 minutes to check your options. The Health Insurance Doctor, solving problems you don't see coming before they happen. HealthInsuranceDoctor.net. Here's the number, 678-523-0759. Ask about the heart and stroke coverage. HealthInsuranceDoctor.net. Now, as a former country disc jockey known as Tom Peterson, because Kim was a girl's name, when I got out of the Marines in Phoenix. #1 afternoon disc jockey at K-Hat Radio, I might add. Anyway, I've been told, and a lot of people will probably agree with this, that George Jones, they say, is famous for having the best country music song voice. George Jones, 1959, released White Lightnin', first #1 single of George Jones's career. In his autobiography, I Live to Tell It All, George Jones mentions the fact that the recording process of White Lightning was very lengthy after he arrived for the recording session under the influence of a great deal of alcohol, and it took 80 takes to record the songs. 80, White Lightning, George Jones. He was a drunk. Tammy Wynette, the whole story, did a movie about him. What a sad, sad, sad story, but he was a hell of a singer. Birthday list, Kim Repeat and Flounder, how's it going? Birthday list includes Mia Farrow, 81 years old. Her son, Ronan Farrow, Frank Sinatra's son, not Woody Allen. Mayor Farrow, anyway, her son, Ronan Farrow, annihilated Harvey Rapestein, as you recall. Although wasn't that horny Amy Robach was the one at ABC who complained that they killed the story.
Yeah, years before.
Yeah.
ABC killed it.
Had the story and killed it. And she got caught on a site. Yeah, and she got, exactly. And she got caught on an open mic complaining about it, and then everybody tried to deny it. What a bunch of crazy. They said the story wasn't ready yet or something. Please. There they go. Anyway, Mia Farrow was, I remember her from the old TV show, Black and White, Peyton Place. I always thought she was kind of creepy. Anyway, Mia Farrow, Peyton Place, Rosemary's Baby. Boy, that was a movie. Hannah and Her Sisters. And I tell you, I was very impressed with her role in a movie which I really did enjoy by Woody Allen, Radio Days. I thought that was a great movie. I don't mind telling you that. It was very well. I thought it was cute and funny and well done. And she played like a Brooklyn accent. Like, are you going to kill me? Oh my God! It was really funny. And let's see, on this day in history. Speaking of show business, on this day, 1931, the first Western to win a Best Picture Oscar. Set in the year 1889, when the government opened up the Oklahoma Territory for settlement. The story, Cimarron. Cimarron, about a young couple moving to make the way of life there. Newspaper editor Yancey Cravat and his wife start the Oklahoma Wigwam newspaper, faced numerous challenges. Directed by Wesley Ruggles, Cimarron was nominated for 7 Academy Awards, won 3, Best Picture, Best Art Direction. First Western movie to win the Best Picture Award. Cimarron. I remember the remake in 1960 with Glenn Ford and Maria Schell. It was nominated for 2 Oscars in the remake in 1960, but it didn't make any money at the box office. But I remember the movie. Well, the movie. I remember that one. Maybe one of the first color movies that I remember seeing in 1960, as I recall. It was a bright red Cimarron title, as I remember. Isn't that a funny memory to have? And I mean, could be wrong, of course. Anyway, also I mentioned to you if I got some funny things from some of my Facebook guys, including, here it is. This came in, I think it was from Milton. And for you guys worried about Valentine's Day, there is a company now that will offer you, for the charge of $500, a Valentine's special, guys. If you're interested, for $500, they will have guys dressed up as cops. They will arrest you in front of your wife before Valentine's Day and not bring you home until Sunday the 15th. Therefore, you don't have to go to Valentine's Day with your girlfriend or your wife, and the $500 fee includes camping fees, fishing license, the tent, beer, and they come in full police uniform and blue lights to take you away for $500 till it's over.
And remember, guys, coming up the 15th, it's okay to get a girlfriend.
That's right, but not, between the day after Valentine's Day and what do we say, like early October, late September, after Labor Day, it's risky. If you get toward the holidays, you don't want to get a girlfriend like November 1st. Family Thanksgiving thing. No. Day after Valentine's Day till around early October. You're after that, you're kind of, it's casual stuff only, but,
It's girlfriend time.
Yeah. No, sir. By the way, I got a couple of the story about the Meta trial starts today in New Mexico. 500,000 kids a day have been targeted by creeps on Instagram and Facebook. And Mark Zuckerberg's going to have to answer for it. 500,000 every day, including people who are trying to get young girls to take off their clothes and offer them roles in porn videos. That's among the stuff. 500,000 kids a day targeted on social media, and the trial is underway, started today. Kimmer P. and Flounder, 5:57 already. Holy cow, we got more stuff. We'll save a bunch of stuff for tomorrow, too. But first, Flounder's Funny. One time, happy Monday time before we go away here for the afternoon.
I had to do all these challenges to help me learn the language. So one of the things I did was I got a job for a month in a Chinese restaurant. Now, you don't have to call it a Chinese restaurant there. It's just a restaurant, but... Just so you know, I was a yin bing yuan, right? So I was a welcomer, okay? Customers would walk in and I would shout as loud as possible, 欢迎光临, right? Which means you're very welcome, okay? It's not like a host, it's not like, how many people in your party? Because there's only one party in China. So it's more... That's right. Wow. The jokes are going to come hard and fast. The Asians approve, just so you know. The jokes are going to come hard and fast now. I know you weren't expecting bilingual comedy on a Tuesday night in New York, but that's what you're getting. Concentrate. Listen, unless you've been to China, you will not have seen this job. The door opens, you shout, 欢迎光临. And of course, I was terrible at it, because every day I'd be like, 欢迎光临. And the customers would be like, whoa. Oh, your Chinese is so good. And I'd be like, then why the f*** are you speaking English? I actually went from Beijing to Heilongjiang on the border of Russia, and I worked as a Jinbing Yuan every day, right? And then 3 weeks into it, I had an amazing cultural experience. These two drunken Chinese guys walked in. I did my best. And then one of them, really loudly, in front of the whole restaurant, goes, and mocks my Chinese in front of the whole restaurant. I was like, hold on a minute, buddy. You can me. I'm the only white guy in this tiny Chinese city of 1.3 million people. You can me. That's racist, yeah? Because if I was in New York or Dublin and I walked into the Chinese restaurant and the welcomer was like, oh, you're very welcome. And I went, oh, you're very welcome. Welcome to our restaurant. I'd be arrested. So don't me, motherfucker. I'll tell you right now, buddy, good luck.
Who's that, Flounder?
Des Bishop. He's one of my new favorites.
Outstanding. Well done. Boys, happy Tuesday coming up tomorrow after the Super Bowl. We'll get back to normal. Anyway, in the meantime, sing me home, Christine, baby. I got to go. You're killing me. Look out, Herb.
The Kimmer Show is live on your ride home on WFOM and W292 EV Marietta, a Dickey Broadcasting Station. Extra 1063.
Of desperation. I'm Daria Albinger, Fox News. Savannah Guthrie's mother, Nancy, has now been missing for 9 days. The Today Show co-host posting a new video. Fox's Jonathan Hunt in Tucson.
This new message is not addressed to the kidnapper or kidnappers. It is addressed to the general public. In it, Savannah Guthrie thanks everybody for their prayers. She says, we are in an hour of desperation. She said that we, the Guthrie siblings, believe our mother is still out there. She hears your prayers, Savannah says, and she says, we all need your help. She is out there somewhere, but it certainly sounds from the tone of that message that the investigation is at something of a dead end at this point, because Savannah Guthrie's tone in this is absolutely desperate, saying that law enforcement are working as hard as they can, but they need the public's help.
Officials say there are currently no suspects or persons of interest. Ghislaine Maxwell took the fifth at a House Oversight Committee deposition today. Arizona Republican Andy Biggs says her lawyer did, however, offer some information about President Trump and former President Clinton's connections to her former companion, the late convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein.
The attorney for Ms. Maxwell said that she has no indication and would say that neither Presidents Trump or Clinton are culpable for any wrongdoing.
Maxwell has dangled the offer of information in exchange for a pardon. There's been another school shooting, this time in suburban Washington, D.C. Police dispatched to a high school in Montgomery County, Maryland. A student with a gunshot wound is now hospitalized in stable condition. The suspect, also a student, was arrested a short time later near the school. America's listening to Fox News.
The Tunnel to Towers Foundation honors America's heroes